I did read about that you live 100 miles away from your
It
house.
was in People magazine, kind of in the
Mhm.
back, just one of those short stories.
Sure.
So it's 200 miles to get a trim. So if anyone has any problem with this mop top,
I think it looks better. Like mine is so bad I put the hat back on, but the hat is always kind of in the mix. But today it was more of an emergency situation. I got a haircut and things didn't go well. The girl that combs my hair with a blow dryer charges me $90,000 every time. She is on vacay, and so we're gonna have to be DEFCON 5 for a while. As long as you can handle it.
No, all you're going to be is the man with the hat.
Yeah,
the hat looks
a little
fine.
extra beat up. I went to Magic Mountain yesterday. Let me tell you something. More mountain than magic, but I will get into that later. Magic Mountain is a theme park where it's boiling out, and there's
it's
no
110. Yeah.
Last time I went it was 107. Yesterday was 101. I'm like, good God, why are we going always? It's my daughter's birthday, and she wanted to go, and great guy syndrome.
Oh, here's an alt. If this happens again if she's here for a while, hey, maybe instead of Magic Mountain, why don't you and I go to the mall and get you a cute top?
Hey, why don't I push you in the pool?
hey,
throw
listen
a cake
up.
in there.
This is Plan B.
Yeah. I like that you nibbling on your little rat food.
I always feel like King Henry VIII or something.
Yeah, you're like this. Anyway, Superfly, we started.
This was like Lauren always had his popcorn.
Dana, any
ask
ideas?
Kenny if we can. Is there any way we could? Can we lose the elephant? Ask Kenny if we could lose the elephant and maybe have a giraffe.
Steve Martin, is he in town? Marcy, will you check? Maybe we could throw him in there. Might want to do Hollywood Minute this week with Steve.
David's always game.
So I saw Twister after I baked the goddamn. Okay. I mean, I was at the thing. It must have been 20 minutes. Magic Mountain. No, it was about 5 hours. And even the people that work there are blacking out. It's all bad. And they have misters, but they're not on. The saddest part is when you leave. It's all fun and games at the beginning. When you leave, everyone stands about 7 feet apart, and it's a 2-mile walk in sunny concrete, and no one's having fun anymore. It's just a dead stare, like, must make it. No one talks. And they're like, can we? No. Must car get to. And so we just, the most horrible walk of boiling shame, and then we get to the van, and then and then it goes, wait, let me hang on. This is funny.
No.
Yeah, that's me starting the van.
With that one.
Oh, and then it's
so you were a tour guide. Okay.
Well, everyone's sickened. Yeah, we had a tour guide overcharging us to walk us around.
You did for $2,000 a day? No,
it's actually $500 a person. $500 a person.
And so $2,000 a day.
Yeah. So I go and then you. If you go on one ride like Crazanity or something, you immediately barf. That's almost part of it. They always hose it down. They were hosing down Crazanity when we got there. They go, well, let's go to one more because we got a bit of a hose down. These guys like this, hose down. Yep. It's going to be about 15. So they don't like to hose it down, but they kind of have to when there's barf spray.
They hose
everywhere.
the ride down or the
Yeah, they hose down the seats and stuff. And they're boiling hot with. And then there's so much puking going on. Even my friend said on the way home that they had the Backstreet Boys on, and so many people were sick, it kind of synced up to like, everybody, bleh, rock your body, bleh. Fit in the song.
Well, if you buy a ticket for a ride
on YouTube, we'll hear it's funny.
A ride called the Vomit Comet, then you can't.
Oh yeah, the Vomit Comet,
the Upchuck Hut. You get inside this safari hut, and they start shaking it up and down to the Upchuck. The Upchuck Hut is great. Let's see, other rides.
River. Yeah.
Diarrhea River. Yeah, that one, they have to clean it out every 3 hours. But Urine Cave had an interesting odor. Yeah.
PP Island. You just go there.
It's a wink and a nod because the bathrooms have lines 20 miles long. So they go, urine cave is available now for, and so it's kind of like
they hook the misters up to the pee-pee and it just sprays Misty Pee on you, which is fine because you're so hot you don't care. And then you get in the car and you're like, wait, I smell, who pissed? And you go, that's me. Well, at least I lived.
Well, wait a minute. If someone sprayed urine on you, would you be so hot you didn't care? So the minute the urine started, you try to light her toward your face. I just got to get so hot that I don't care. I don't think any amount of heat negates urine in your face.
Why aren't any pranksters walking by a perfume store and going, and just it's pee? It's like a bottle of pee, and you're like,
Well, this is out tomorrow, so by afternoon tomorrow, it'll be happening
at the Beverly Center
at the Grove near the Cheesecake Factory.
I went to the Grove last night. I went to the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, here we are. This is our new segment called David at the Movies. All right.
Well, you always this one's a little hyped up because
all right,
I don't really have anything, but I did go to Cheesecake Factory, and cheesecake was pretty good. And it's right next to the movies. That's part of the review.
Well, the throwaway Cheesesteak Factory. I'm still kind of laughing at that, only because it was so lo-fi. You snuck that in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we go in.
Ballsack Bakery. Go ahead.
There's no tickets anymore. It's your phone. Boop.
Yep. Beep, 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 mm-hmm. Can you hold a little closer? Hold a little closer. Yeah.
I take my daughter and her friend. And the nanny. I like that. I'm so incompetent, the nanny has to even come to that. I'm incompetent in case anything happens. Choking on popcorn. So anyway, I give her $50. I go, hey, get some popcorn for you and your friend. I'd like to see 49 back and some receipts. So then they start the 2 hours of previews. Then every movie's a scary movie preview, which is terrifying. And if it's based on a true story, I'm really out. There's no way. I don't like the devil. I don't want any of that stuff. I get through that. And then Twister, I saw the first one. This is not really like the first one. I have to say I kind of liked it. No tornadoes. No, I'm kidding. There are tornadoes, but how do you keep it interesting? So there's obviously a big corporation that everyone hates, a big conglomeration. You know what I mean?
You got to have a bad guy.
That's the bad guy. But it was interesting. The lead guy is the tall guy from Top Gun who smiles a lot. And he's the cocky guy with a big truck. And Daisy, is her name Edgar Jones?
Daisy Edgar Jones, who's British, but does a great
British, and you wouldn't believe it because she's like, hey, man, I'm hornier than a 3-peckered billy goat. And you're like, okay, just a regular slight accent.
And then cut. She goes, I thought it was a terrific
take. It's perfect.
I should be in my trailer.
I just came from sensibility.
Yes. Sensibility and sensibility too.
Yeah, she wore a corset in most of the
Finish
scenes.
your take on this because I have my happy.
Oh, did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
Day
fucker.
One. But the reason I went is because it was 107 where I live. And instead of going to an amusement park like some people I don't know.
Like some dipshit.
I went to an air-conditioned movie theater. But go ahead. What's your takeaway on Twister? Twisters.
I thought you'll know this. The cocky guy is too cocky, and what they didn't notice is
can we get Glenn Powell, ladies and gentlemen, who was great,
and this Daisy girl who plays a normal American. It's funny. Do you think Americans don't always play English people? Right? Never.
No, we can't. I asked someone this recently. I met an Australian guy. We can all do American accents. He goes, because we watch all your movies. So British actors and Australian actors have been growing up on American movies. So they do perfect American accents. Oh, there you go.
Because we never go there and steal their parts. There, I said it. So anyway, they come over here. And so she's like, she's perfectly has a quiet goat roper accent. And, but she's like the prissy girl they think from the city, remember?
Yeah, they think.
New York City.
Yeah. He called her City Girl.
City Girl, huh?
City Girl got some fancy pants.
Hey, look at City Girl likes a big blowing windy wind, huh? And meanwhile, I thought they were going to beat her up. It's like, that's how a fight starts with me when I walk through a town. Oh, look at the city boy. So the guy, this is funny, Dana, because Glenn Powell and his buddies, they're the rowdy storm chasers. And they're like, woohoo! Every time they see him, yee! yippee. But it was literally like them just yelling like that for all 15 minutes. No one had any lines yet. And they're like, yeehaw, howdy doody.
No matter where the main car was driving, they would come out of nowhere and show up along and go, woohoo, you having fun yet, city girl? And there's like a giant,
tornado. Yeah.
Tornado.
Yeah. And it was a lot of yippee-ki-yay. And I know that was the funniest part to me. I go, they should just cut this together as a montage of all the yee. And because they got to show that he's the cocky, brash guy, but it was too much. Anyway, she's super cute. She already, I can't give the whole movie away, but she chases the storm.
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
It's not like The Godfather.
By the way, remember when she had a very bad situation in a Twister at the beginning? So the first new guy that likes her goes, let's head to the Twister. What's my job? Well, you'll be in front of the Twister. I'll be in front where it's coming this way. There's 3 jobs, 2 behind it and 1 in front of it. We're in front of it. He doesn't even go, this might be hard for you. This might be triggering. He's like, yee. And she's like this on the way there. And then he stops in front of it. She's like, let's get the fuck out of here. Because,
Well, first of all, there's no better scene in films where someone is hanging onto a pipe or an underpass. The other person has them by the hand, and then they fly into the sky. And you don't see what happens to them. There was like 10 of those.
Oh, everyone was fucking shoom, shoom, shoom.
The other thing I liked is the rednecks in the truck, more than not scared, just cackling with joy, going right into
they loved
a stage 5 tornado. Like, come on, let's go in, boys. And then like a Scooby-Doo mystery van, they press a button and these screws go down in the earth. So they can take, there you go.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I love, which I guess from the first movie, is they have these super sophisticated things shooting stuff in the tornadoes to stop them. And they give them like Wizard of Oz names. Okay, Dorothy's off, let's bring out the Tin Man. Okay, Scarecrow's firing. I just like that stuff.
I like they got all these buckets of stuff. And they're like, this is OxyClean or whatever. They have some chemical
fake chemical name that will defeat the tornado.
No one's
You're making it bigger. They actually made it bigger.
You gave the tornado a boner.
I love how you're going for clips. What? David is sneaking up to the camera and making him
YouTube.
That's a good.
Hey, by the way, Dana, I don't know if you got the memo. YouTube.
Here's me watching the movie.
Okay, go ahead. That's it. You start down here and you work up. Boner. Yeah, boners are funny. Horny tornado. They make the tornadoes hornier. Oh no, we got the wrong mix.
And then there's twins. There's 2 tornadoes. We got twins.
Dang it, they're twins.
They're the happiest humans on Earth.
Yeah, we're gonna die. All right. By the way, there you go. Should we go to the 1 o'clock tornado, the 3 o'clock, or the 5? Because every time they turn around, there's a tornado, and they're always within a mile of each one.
And then they have the British reporter in the back seat. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah, he was a fucking nerd, yeah.
I can't seem to get my buckles on. You sure we shouldn't stop? Yeah. Hang on!
Quit crapping your pants, you fairy.
They don't have to see the movie. We've done so much.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the movie.
We're hurting their box office.
We won't give it all away, but I liked it. I actually liked it. I went away going,
I did.
It wasn't really what I thought. It's not exactly the first one. Pretty good, right?
I judge a movie by what was it trying to do, and did it achieve it? A popcorn movie that's fun, easy, no heavy lifting, don't have to think, some cool CGI, 2 really good leads.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Get to your papers. What's on the paper?
Well, Biden gave a speech.
Oh yeah, this is what's in the news.
Wednesday night. And it was kind of interesting. So the whole Biden thing. I mean, it seemed like there were a lot of articles said it seemed like he had a gun to his head. You could tell by his speech last night. Because he starts going. By the way, I'm a transformable president. One of the greatest presidents in history. I did everything. He's just talking about inflation down. I took care of this. There's no wars. Everything great, but I'll leave if you want me to.
Yeah, sure. I'm a bad guy now.
I'm a bad guy.
They loved him a week ago. It was like SpongeBob. He's the greatest. The Biden train. Then a minute, and it goes a few moments later, and then he comes.
Yeah,
yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
this guy can't be president. His mental acuity is shot 30 seconds before. Yeah. Oh, he lost his softball. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He's fine. But I believe that Obama was there when they recorded it on Wednesday night. Stick on the prompter.
Stay on the cards. Oh, yeah. Do not.
Stay on the prompter, Joe. Don't ad-lib. Stay on the prompter. Because Biden went off, I think, in the first take, which has been leaked online. He's like, oh, greatest. I'm better than Ronald Reagan Wheel. This is faster than Wayne Newton. He's the greatest president in the history of the federal center, Mike. Mm-hmm. No, stay on the prompter. Hunter, can you do anything?
These guys rap.
Hunter. Yeah, Dad, just stay on the prompter, Dad. You're good, The very notion. And by the way, let's get real. The matter is, guess what? I beat inflation.
I like
because I know how to beat inflation.
What about, is he the president still or not?
I don't. He is the president of the United States. He wants to finish the job the next 6 months.
Well, he just told us he can't do anything. So is he going to be the president? Or
well, he doesn't believe that. He said, I had a presidency that I thought merited a second term, but I have to fight democracy. So I have to leave.
Yeah.
But he's not leaving. He's going to be the president of this United States.
Just take him now. I mean, all I see is Kamala on TV. It's like, if she's the president, then stuff her in there. That's fine.
If he resigned, made her president, then she would be running as a sitting president. But I don't think he's going to resign. But he still has till January to do. I'll do an executive order. I'm pardoning Hunter Biden.
Oh, yeah. Is that a big one on the way out?
I assume he will. Most fathers would. Yeah.
Yeah. What about, Hunter. Meanwhile, I don't even follow politics when I'm a kid. Like, I never knew of this big of an event happening where the president does that.
No.
Richard Nixon, when I was a kid, they pushed him out, but he went on a speech to say he's going out.
Yeah.
And Biden did, I think, on Twitter or Instagram or something, which is just an announcement, just like a press release, right?
There was a month of him fighting it. Like every time they're going on an airplane, Mr. President, do you think you'll step down? Why would I step down? What are you talking about? I'm going to see you at the convention. He had all the money, and he had 14 million votes in the primary. He had 4,000 delegates for the convention. So a recent guest we had on go, he's got all the cards. He's going to stay. So then they kept pressuring. And then when you get Schumer and Nancy coming in, there's that pressure. And then they tell him the donors aren't going to give you any money. They showed him the polling. He still said, yeah, guess what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
That was on really... like Sunday night. And
they asked him something by the helicopter I couldn't hear. They might as well ask him in a sawmill. The guy can't hear anyway. And then you're like yelling. And he's like, what are you saying? What am I saying?
I think he thought he should have
sawing logs. I thought Richard Nixon, it would have been different if you're a kid. And Richard Nixon resigns by just putting it on TikTok or something like, looks like I'm out of here. Stay for part 2. Smash that like button. Like and subscribe. And while you're here, I got merch. Anyway, hashtag I'm out. Hashtag forced out. Hashtag get fucked. Because it was really against his will. He had to speak, though. He had to talk about it.
Well, it was all about, for some reason, he was 40 points ahead in polls, but he had these Watergate burglars go in and try to steal the information out of the DNC headquarters. Yeah. Bunglers who got caught. Now, if he'd come out the very next day, there were men in there that I'd never met. And I regret very much that members of my team attempted a burglary.
Oh, he could have gotten out of it, yeah.
Well, here is the deal. This is the greatest thing about history of Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon voluntarily sets up a recording device in the Oval Office to record his entire conversations, private and elsewhere. If he had not done that, he would have got off. Yeah, because he's on tape going, we got to get those motherfuckers. So, different circumstances. Biden was a singularity in the history of the Republic. someone quitting under those circumstances after the first debate and all the pressure, and they got him out. And that now we're on to the next thing. Every week something amazing happens in America.
Is Dr. Jill gonna have to start going back to the hospital?
Joey
doing her rounds.
She's going to the Paris Olympics. Joe was like, "Yeah, I feel kind of down. Will you stick around?" Joey, gotta go to the Paris Olympics, Joey. You were sexier when you're president.
He did lose some clout.
Well, yeah. So now he's just alone eating cold soup in the Oval Office. I mean, everybody split. Hunter went back to West Hollywood. What's up?
You won't hear from Joe Biden for a while. Then he'll pop out and want to challenge Jake Paul to a fight. He's got to get back in the news. He's thirsty.
I know. It's a little weird. In a perfect world, he would have done an announcement in February rather than under this duress, with seconds to count. If he made it another week, they couldn't have got him out probably. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's look at some headlines and bore people in a different way.
We have all different ways to get
what
you
do we got?
bored.
Headlines. What's first one? What is this stupid one? Oh, this is funny. Deadpool is a huge movie, so they're drumming up any sort of press. This is the one that jumped out to me. EP recalls grown men crying over Hugh Jackman's yellow costume when he came on the set. No fucking chance. No chance. Come on, they cry. You have to do that to make people go, I'm part of history. No, they'd be like, okay, Hugh Jackman's on the set. We've got number 2 on the set. Let's roll. We're going to walk at once.
It needs a little time. I mean, when's the first time he put on the Wolverine suit? 2004 or something? Yeah. You don't cry with 16, 17 years. You cry if the Tin Man comes out in the Tin Man outfit.
Yeah, by the way, he did Logan maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't know, which is great. I'm sure this will be great. It's just so funny. You've got enough press. The movie's doing well. You don't need to leak this bull crud. You gotta stir the algorithm. You gotta feed the beast and the AI. And look how much we're talking about.
Dana
Carvey came out in The Church Lady, and there were grown men sobbing.
I sometimes, because I've gotten more friendly as I've gotten older, if people come up to me, I will do a character back to them.
That's nice of you.
I like Hans and Franz. So really look at you little girl, and it makes them so happy. I'm happy to do it.
For sure.
Yeah,
they should have Wolverine and Deadpool fight Hans and Franz. I mean, mix it up.
Hans and Franz can't fight anybody, but they can threaten to do a lot of things.
Right. They're very cocky.
Yeah. We could very easily listen, Wolverine. We could take your cuticles, your little nails, you think they're so sharp? Guess what? Go ahead.
I have a file that'll dull your blades in your fingers.
My buttocks are so firm, they're like a diamond drill. They will go right through your soft little marshmallow buttocks.
Yeah, you wipe your buttocks with your fingers. You cut your balls off almost. Because he's got the swords on his finger.
Yeah.
Shing!
Yeah, your sideburns are like little girl sideburns. We could very easily flick your sideburns with our little fingers, and you would, they're actually very large. And you would
whack off. There's going to be wiener flying everywhere like a Vegematic.
You better look out, Wolverine. There might be a Wolverine coming up from behind and biting your flabby buttocks.
Jesus.
They're supposed to be terrible.
I know. I think they would scare Wolverine and Deadpool for a while, but then
no, their trash talk is awful.
I know, but if they fought, then it would get out. They'd probably
their trash talk is awful. That's what's funny about it.
I know. I love it.
You could very easily.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Next one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We covered that. Yeah, we covered that. Okay, this one is called. Oh, this is me. I'm mad about this. Disney blacklists Emperor's New Groove. Film is still banned from streaming on the Disney Channel or something. Yeah, they don't do this at the theme park. There's a big article. This is a movie I did years ago, just the voice. But they don't do this at the theme park. They don't have little, stuffed llamas. They don't do anything. And this was actually one that's been living on. It's pretty good.
Well, why is it banned?
They just don't get behind it like they get behind other ones. So people get mad about it. And they said they found out that they're legitimately like keeping it shadow banned. That's horrible, Dana. This was one of my favorite things I've ever done. That's
guess,
me on the right in this photo.
And can we hear a little bit of the voice?
Yeah. What do we got going here? Let me guess.
Your character.
I'm doing it. Let me guess. Stuck together, raging over raging river, sharp rocks at the bottom. Bring it on. Something like that. Because we fell and we landed.
So you didn't do a little goat voice or anything. You
no. I said, "What do you want? You want what kind of voice I do? You want kind of this guy? You want?" And they're like, "No, you're nasally, annoying, sarcastic, flat, humorless voice is fine." I'm like, "Okay."
With me, I always got to do a voice. They go, "You're really boring.
Lock into something.
You have a boring face and a boring voice. Could you give us something? We're paying you a fortune." Meanwhile, the grumpy old man is a dog in The Secret Life of Pets at Universal City. So you get in the little ride.
Fucking thing.
Yeah.
See,
welcome to the Secret Life of Pets ride, and I'm just yelling at you.
Look at that. Why does a llama get rat fucked?
The ride. In Broadway musicals that travel for decades make more than the movie 10x, like Lion King and stuff. And the ride at Universal will make more than the movie.
Well, guess what, Disney? I didn't see The Lion King. Take that. There's a couple big movies I never saw, and that's one of them.
It's okay. I mean,
fine.
I like Alien and Apocalypse Now. I'm not exactly a Lion King cat, okay? Give me Duvall on a boat saying, I love the smell of napalm in the morning, all right? I don't need to see Nathan Lane as a cheetah bellowing out to a canyon.
Yeah, give me Chinatown.
Give me Chinatown. Did we skipped over a couple of things?
No, we're still going.
Okay, but I have a couple.
Oh, you do?
Well, I didn't think of anything other than that this was floated out there. Yeah. Trump being saved. It was UFO, and they have pictures.
What?
Yeah, alien intervention, move the bullet. That's a real story that I read.
The aliens moved it?
The aliens moved it. We must save the orange man. That's all I've got.
We must keep the conflict alive.
Make him head turn just a little bit. We want to take off part of his ear, but not the whole thing. I don't know.
Give him weirdest bandage possible.
Big one at the convention, then give him tiny one for later on when he's golfing. Look at my thumbs up. I reviewed myself.
You got your own thumbs up. That was a killer.
I reviewed myself.
I'm going to try to get 2 for my jokes. Come on.
Jeez.
How does it work?
I have no idea why that. Let's see if you're doing. We must get Orange Man. We must save him right there. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay, what's next one?
Mm-hmm. Next one.
Mm-hmm. No rush. Okay. Oh, this is a guy. Who does Nick Chubb play for now, Heather? Will you look it up? He was with, I think, the Browns forever.
Nick Chubb, back in the gym 8 months after
I think he had a knee surgery. And look at this motherfucker. He's up to where I am now.
Well, aren't you hiding inside one of the things? I saw your hat
it's
come
the
out.
Browns. I think, unless
are those what they call 45s? And he's got
those are 45s. The bar weighs 45. I've never seen that many 45s.
Well, the bark is if the bar could talk, it would be crying because it's bent from the weight.
Yeah, the bar is like, this isn't really what this was meant for. But I think those kind of bars bend at a certain point, but you don't want them to snap. You know
what? Don't any human being lift this much weight? If I had $1 for every old guy I see in the gym bent over, I lifted too heavy when I was young. I thought I was a muscle man. Now I'm like, I look like I'm an extra in Lord of the Rings or something.
Exactly. This guy, he's doing a good job.
It's not healthy.
It's not good for you. Do half of that and just get stronger. You don't need to impress me. But, football's a rough game. They want to, the guy's got to stay out there and be the best. I get it. My quads are that strong just from running around here and going to the Beverly Center.
I like the combo of anaerobic exercise with strength training. So like if that guy could actually do like 100 real push-ups, I'd hand him $100.
Then I'm impressed.
Yeah. Do you know if you can do 40 push-ups as a grown man.
I can't.
The chance of you living longer than any other group of people, no matter what your habits, it's so indicative of anaerobic fitness, heart, lungs, all that, and muscular fitness. 40 push-ups, David. The challenge has just started.
What are your thoughts, being super healthy guy, about
Not really.
when people say, I like stairs in my house because it gets my heart going? My feeling is it doesn't help your heart to get it going for 10 seconds and then an hour later, 10 seconds.
Well, there's a little bit to unpack there. It's
Okay,
a little bit of
unpack it.
a little bit of a push. I'd say that the main thing is like, what are we doing right now? Physically.
Not too much.
Sitting.
Boring people.
When you sit so much, not meant to sit so much. So your hamstrings atrophy and get shorter.
Okay.
The glutes, which is women always work on the butt blaster.
I have a great
for aesthetics.
Glutes, yeah.
It happens to be the biggest and most important muscle in your body. Mm-hmm. When I'm at a place where I have a lot of stairs, I have a few different abodes.
Oh.
I try to use it and go every other step, and that's really, really healthy. I do about 1,000 a week. No, more than that. Like maybe 3,000 stairs a week, just average, without thinking about it, just going up and down.
How do you know on your step counter it says?
Oh, I know it's 22 up and 22 down. I easily do that 10 times a day.
The house in town that I've been to, that one is full of stairs.
But if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. But I do think
teeming with stairs. Yeah,
you could do some damage in your house with some stairs.
They built the stairs in the house around it, I think.
You don't take the elevator, do you? I don't want the fans to know you have an elevator. Not your fault. Well,
don't tell them that.
You don't take the elevator, do you?
I tell you, I'm so healthy. When I leave on a trip, I put the suitcases in the elevator. Then I walk down the stairs to get my workout. Then I get the suitcases and bring them.
All right.
I send them down.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Yeah. How's that working for you? I love that expression.
How's that working for you? That sounds like something's not working for you. How's that working out for you?
How's that working for you? Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one.
Okay.
We got stuff. We got
I got a lot more stuff. You want?
We got tons of stuff.
I got backups.
Okay. Is this me? This is stupid. This is the old Muff Report. Okay. This person dresses like a ostrich, and it looks pretty real, actually.
Yeah, got slender legs, and then a
really
head,
skinny legs,
and a fake head, and it's just prancing along.
And the arm is out like the top of the ostrich, but even the ostriches, you can tell they're like, "What's going on here?" Right?
Well, ostriches. Yeah. By the way, ostriches. I think they can run like 50 miles an hour.
They can run 51 miles an hour.
Two legs. They're pretty nasty.
Yeah.
They will bite you and run over you.
Gossip. Yep.
But as far as a human being looking like an ostrich, getting near live ostriches and squatting around and getting all up in their business, I say animal cruelty.
Not a great idea. Yeah. Also, why? I guess it's funny, but these ostriches are minding their beeswax, and you got this crackpot coming in there and trying to get views, which we added to.
Yeah. Why is a really good one. That's what John F. Kennedy said to Bobby Kennedy during the Cuban Missile Crisis. We were on the edge of nuclear war. I think it was Bob. He said, what do we do when the world says why? When the world asks why? And
what did we do?
Well, we stopped. Didn't blow anything up. Geez, I'm going to get you in Caller's Encyclopedia.
No, I like that. I'm just saying.
I'm going to get you an encyclopedia, and you just get into
all the Cuban cigar box thing.
You get into your double king every night, do all your security, open up, start with A, and flip through. And
I'm not reading anything. It's over. That's over. I've wrapped that part of my life.
You have to. All your news is on YouTube. It's all visual.
Beep boop bop TikTok. Okay, next one. Don't try to fool ostriches. They've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
This is funny. San Francisco Transit Authority. We refuse to release crime surveillance videos because it will make people racist. Why? What do you mean? Releasing videos would create a racial bias in the riders. Okay.
Interesting. I have no comment.
I have no comment.
Why? I have no idea what they're talking about.
I don't really get it. I don't
understand why when they release them, why would that make people racist?
I don't know. We'll move on. Let's just we'll go to the by the way, in YouTube where people leave comments, mostly nice, I have to say.
Thank you.
And we look at them to say if something you don't like about the show or something you like. If we hear something enough, fix it. But we're up to 150 now, Dana. I mean, we got that thing back there. That's at 100,000.
Right. We're adding exponentially.
Yeah,
That's
50.
so cool. As the quality of the show goes down, our numbers go up. So I don't really
as it goes
sort
down.
of a reverse thing. But I always wanted to say this anyway. Hey man, if you're enjoying anything, I know this is just two guys talking, but you want to smash that subscribe
the
button
shit out of it. Break it.
That'll really help the podcast.
Make sure it clicks, but then break it off.
Smash it. Just punch it. Yeah.
And yell, I love Superfly. Okay. This is we have a couple feel-good stories. Remarkable cancer trial makes woman's brain tumor almost disappear in 5 days. So that's the picture of maybe a mock-up.
Wow.
That's not it. Okay, go. Is there a next one? Okay, there. Oh, I've looked at x-rays. That's a bowling ball. Okay, so I think the shadowy parts are bad on x-rays. That's the cancery part. So look at. I mean, I'm not a doctor.
It's the technology is moving
it's
so
going
fast.
away. That's great news.
The whole world is exponentially getting smarter about gene editing and the cause of things. Who's the person? The whole family's there, and well, I couldn't beat the tumor. Goodbye, everybody. And then someone rushes in. Oh, hold the press. We got a new machine right down the hall. I mean, it's just. It tells people to hang on because
hang on because it might work. They're coming up with stuff. If this is real, looks real. It's got 400,000 likes. That's real enough for me. So
didn't Bones? I'm going way back now. The original Star Trek,
Bones
the doctor,
from Star Trek. I was
he's
like,
dead, Jim, and he had a little plastic thing, but he'd go, and then the person would sit up. Why, thank you. I'm healed.
Yeah. We need that. Do you think it's still somewhere in the set or somewhere?
Let me give him a bypass, Jim. So he's completely healed.
Yeah.
I know. And we get
Why
this.
would they throw that away?
Comment on this, if you will, David.
Yes.
Why in the fuck we don't have a phaser, equivalent of a phaser on stun? Why do we have to have police shootings? They would go put it on stun. I mean, we have the stun gun. All that doesn't work, but just actually, really, a phaser with a
just
stun
knock you out.
Yeah,
just
so you don't.
Start from scratch.
Yeah,
I agree. That wouldn't be bad because then the bad guys would get him and do it.
Well, you neutralize. Biden came alive. You neutralize the threat. I got to neutralize threat better than anyone's ever neutralized.
I agree. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, next one. Are you turning into Biden? What are you doing? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I like this one already. I don't even know what this one is. Let's see. Oh, this is another thing. Remember I said Chris Brown does a meet and greet? I don't think this is Chris Brown, but you're going to let the audience member, your girlfriend, go on stage, and he basically dry humps her and pulls his prong out. I'm sorry, that's my wife. I just proposed to her. Look at, oh my God. Get in there. Don't bend your leg. Is he a chiropractor? What's
I got to put my glasses on. I can't.
You got to see it then. Okay, start it over.
I saw it, but.
God, he just snapped her C4 of her spine. Thank you, and you're pregnant.
I don't know how in the hell they got that camera in my wife and I's bedroom.
Yeah, that one does. That I don't know who that is. That's not. You know who that is, Heather? It's not Chris Brown, I don't think. But who's letting their girlfriend go up there for a fun little? Hey, it used to be a magic trick. We need an audience member, and we need an audience member to get finger blasted.
It's always like if men.
Anyone out there on the pill?
If men see a sexy woman, they don't scream. They don't go, if they see a burlesque show.
Oh, yeah.
Women, they don't scream at a woman. So here's the three things. I mean, women, they like a man who's kind, smart, with a sense of humor, and has access to resources.
Money.
But We have to ask Heather, is that sexy, or is it a little bit like the like rapid dry humping and
it's immediate ick.
That's what I thought.
It's a no from me, dog. She said not sexy, and the woman's hurt, and she's also pregnant. Yeah. Embarrassed, pregnant.
It's all about the guy too, and all his running and jumping and positioning and humping.
Check out this wang. I'm like, I don't even know what song it is. I don't know what this person is. I'm just watching this.
I don't think it's sexy.
Shot.
I'm going to go out on a limb and agree with Heather.
Oh, Dana, that's such a limb, and I'm not going to go out. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not for me. A little bit. Okay, keep going. That was. I agree. That one's not for me either. Okay, ready? Oh, this is a wholesome video. Okay, I think this is another nice one.
I want something wholesome.
This is a cute one, Dana. Watch this. Ready? This is the opposite.
Today for one Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter when her longtime boyfriend showed up to propose to her.
She thinks she's doing a story. Aw, isn't that nice? Look at it.
Did he close the deal?
Yeah, she said yes.
She did? I didn't see that.
She said yes, and back to you.
Have you ever for one moment thought of doing something like that?
Everybody wants me on the kiss cam or propose. I've had people at my shows going, hey, I want to propose. It's just people that want attention, but or they want something different, you know.
Here's a question for you and Heather, if she wants to jump in. Do you think most marriages are with like, we're just dating, what are we going to do? And then someone gets down on one knee with the ring. And has anyone ever done that except in Jumbotrons and stuff?
You mean in real life? Do they ever do it?
It seems like by the time there's a ring, there's a consensus. But the idea of...
Oh, how about this question for Heather? If you were going to get married, Heather, if the average woman out there in this day and age, does the guy have to make sure somebody is filming it? Okay. Wow. I think that's the minority. Let's go to the phones. Because some people have their friends follow or meet them there and hide in the bushes. They have to be filmed. They have to film it. Because they can kind of sell that. That gets a lot of clicks. Or do they want... Oh, I forgot this. Oh, they want to wear something nice for the proposal, right?
Well, she was on news, so she was all dressed up.
Yeah, that was funny because her reaction is great because she goes, a local TV reporter was surprised by her boyfriend when he proposed to her live on the show. Oh, shit, this show? I'm a reporter. Oh, wait, that's my boyfriend. Wait, he has a ring. She starts to put the pieces together.
I think it was kind of clever. I hadn't seen that angle. It was much easier to take than the smash and grab in the van where the terrorists attacked.
We got so many comments on the smash and grab proposal. Everyone hated it. It was actually 2% loved it. But
I want, if we can get a follow-up, if we could get those two people on Superfly.
We should get them on.
If we could get them on.
I don't know if they're English. Heather, get on that. She's like asleep. Heather, get those proposal couple ASAP. Superfly. Hang on. Wait. Oh, this is... I just have a question for Dana about SNL. How did you hold your folder when you went to meet Lauren? This guy's going to teach you how. Planet Mike. Here we go.
Okay.
Because I think I've been doing this wrong.
How do you carry an accessory?
His hand looks huge.
Grabbing it like an ape and coming to business meeting. Make sure not to use underhand grip when carrying the folder. Making it all about the folder, but not about yourself.
Fuck the folder.
It's folder approaching the business meeting in this manner.
Way better. And then sit and then feet out. Nice. See, Dana, you've been doing it wrong. I'm guessing you don't know what you're doing when you have a folder.
Well, look, here's the deal. If I can,
if I can,
it is all about power and not being needy and owning it. Posture is part of it. This is what I would do before I got an SNL. They still have me go read for stuff.
Yeah.
So you'd get sides sometimes. You get the script a little bit. So I would come in. I guess I didn't wear socks. I would be disheveled. And then I would have the sides. I'd have them crumbled up in my back pocket. Oh, I think I got him. I don't know if I saw him.
I'm not giving you a job.
So it was kind of like, I barely care. And they go, do you have an 8 by 10? I go, I don't know, maybe. So it's just all about not
That's
caring.
true. When you go to auditions, the more you're professional and don't try to suck, you know what I mean? Don't try to kiss up to everybody. I remember we had Brittany Daniels come in for Joe Dirt. So lovely, so good, so prepared. And when she didn't go like the flirty thing a lot of me, hi you guys, oh my God, the 405 was so bad. It wasn't that. She's like, hey, you guys ready? We're like, oh yeah. And then she's like, blah, blah, blah. Thanks guys. She just got up and left. You know, she was very polite, but I'm a professional, boom, boom. And then we called her back. Here's another trick she did. We called her back and she wore the same outfit. And even on the third call back, and when she got the movie, I talked to her during the movie I said, do you remember that? And she said, oh yeah. She said, if I get it, it's so fleeting why they like someone. I want everything to be the exact way it was the first time they saw me. Something about that stuck with you guys. And I was like, it's so true. Some people come back, look different. And you're like, wait, you know what I mean? Anything can be off. Something, the way they do the hair. So that's how fickle everyone is. And that's, I don't even know where I was going with this. But.
Well, the worst part is professional comedians. Sometimes, I would come in and I'd be a little amped up. And so I would be
sickening
funny in the beginning. Like, we're not reading yet. Really making them laugh, whatever shtick I had. Yeah. And then Suzanne Plachette is there, I think 5 minutes or so. And she's like, it's great when you have somebody come in who's already funny. I can't wait to hear this.
I can't wait to hear this.
The script was terrible and I was terrible. And then it was that awkwardness afterwards of getting out of the room. Just get out of the room. Okay,
they just hate that you're even sitting there still. They're like, let's disappear.
Yeah, just go.
I don't want to watch you walk 4 goddamn steps. They hate you. It turns, I've done that. You walk in with old razzmatazz, like, hey, ba-da-ba-doo-ba. And you're like, funny, because I'm like, this is how I get the callback. Because once I start acting, they're going to be like, what's going on here? Why? It just shifted into unfunniness and unlikability. Skyrocket.
I would follow, when I was on the other side of the fence and reading people, we'd read 10 people. And it was a coin toss. And so I would go out and find each one who read. I go, this is completely just flip them up in the air. You're as good as anyone who's ever read today. We'll just see where it goes. Next person. You're as good as any. Because in my mind, I thought De Niro, if it was drama, had read for me. If as a comedian, I would think, oh, fuck, they just saw David Spade. I don't have a chance.
Yeah. I did one, Dana, and it was for My Sister Sam. It was like a sitcom. And it was on my third audition. Warner Brothers lot, nervous as shit, cannot act my way out of a paper bag. And then I go in there and I'm like, and I'm waiting. I think I told you this. I'm waiting, and the girl's Kathleen Lettery. I think she's some tough ass casting. And I read it, and then I go, actually, because it's always so flat and boring. I turn over my papers. I go, actually, I rewrote the scene, which I think would be a little funnier. And she's like, I'm sorry, what? And I go, no, I mean, this is a little unorthodox. She's like, 1,000%. And then I go, if I could just read you like the funnier version. She goes, no, we won't need that. And let me give you a tip. Never do this again in audition. And I was like, very constructive criticism. Thank you. And then I went and I called my agent. I go, how'd it go? And they were like, you didn't happen to rewrite the script. I go, no, but it wasn't that good. And I was just, it actually, if I could read it to you, he's like, no one wants you to read it to him. Just please don't make my job this hard.
My misfortune between 1980 and 1986 is I actually got some stuff.
Oh,
and it was all a waste.
And you weren't
of time.
ready?
No, it was just never going to make it. One of the boys with Mickey Rooney and Nathan Lane. I did Blue Thunder with James Ferrantino. I did many pilots, one with Michael Richards. I did one with Desi Arnaz Jr. And a lot of times I was just playing kind of the straight, cute guy, because this is me a long time ago. I played the straight man in the Tough Guys movie with Burt Lancaster, Kirk Douglas. So I got these, but I was getting enough work just as being kind of a Ron Howard type or something, just a nice, sweet, benign person. And then I got on SNL. And whoops.
And look back
whoops,
from there.
I don't want to finish the story, but the story took a turn.
Okay, let's try another one. We got a couple more. There's one I want to see you. Oh, the dishes. Look at this fucking cat.
I do love that.
Why do cats make me laugh? This cat already, first of all, he's working. Watch him, and he's pretty good. Go ahead. He's either he didn't pay his bill or something. He has to do the dishes. Meow. Meow. Get that fucking shit off. Scrub it. He's got like a little Brillo pad. Look at him. This guy's not that good. He's just kind of soaking stuff right now. It's getting in his face. Watch it. Watch it.
Well,
I think it's the first guy.
It's extremely clever.
Yeah, I used to dishwash. It's hard.
I was a dishwasher too. The Hobart 3000 cuts.
So I know what that is, and I can tell those cats what they're going through because it's not. But
what we just saw for our audio fans is people putting rubber boots on cats and putting gloves up to their elbows on them.
Already. Looked like cafeteria
and then leaning them
workers.
up against a bucket of sudsy stuff with stuff in it. And the cats are kind of locked into the situation, so they start sort of picking things up. But it's a great effect. Whoever thought of it, the cats.
They're like, I can't believe it's spaghetti night. This shit doesn't come off easy. I need more Dawn.
You have to do is you got to do the character sound effecty guy, because if I'm doing it, we should do it together at the Comedy Store. The sound effects. So anyway, I'm walking across some wet grass. Open my car. The idea is the sound is the same for everything. That's
it is?
Funny.
I didn't get okay.
I start the car. I put it in drive.
Cat comes by and meows.
Cats are funny because they got a tail.
Cats are funny. You ever work with an actor cat? All right, one more. We're getting late. Well, maybe no. Oh, this is funny. Okay, don't play it. This is children of Uganda. One day after the assassination. Look at this, Heather. Donald Trump.
Really
the attempt.
Something that said, take a look at what happened.
They recreated exactly perfectly. He's going, fight. Look at them trying to. Look at they got a podium.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that crazy? Uganda. Be kidding me. Donald Trump.
Okay. Even if you saw it. So I'm just saying, some young kids, 10, 12, 8, 10, 12, reenacted the Trump assassination attempt, complete with taking him off.
Like wooden guns, a little podium.
Wooden guns.
They play the audio and then they act it out.
Damn.
It's pretty clever. There's like a second city over there in Uganda. This is their main
They did
stage.
a tremendous job. Trump will use it in his rallies. They did it. They did everything like it. The kid played me is tremendous. He's tremendous. Does anyone not do Trump?
No, it's great. Tremendous kids, a bunch of great.
You're doing a tremendous, and he does that more and more. He goes to that guttural thing to emphasize. I know people are thinking the same many things, and they know we got a lot of things to talk about.
He kind of does the one line, and the second line is the same line because it makes him think. I think he goes, "A tremendous job, these kids are doing it tremendously," and you know what I mean. And then he goes to the next one, but he sort of just repeats it to think.
I think for emphasis, and then many times he'll just keep going if he gets a word.
I wonder how much he goes off cards because he.
A lot.
But sometimes he says he likes to go off cards, but it's hard to find your way back on a teleprompter. I've done award shows. You try to ad lib, and then you're like, go back. Where are you?
It is kind of funny at sometimes when he locks back in after about a 5-minute diatribe. And anyway, I'd rather be electrocuted than eaten by a shark. The shark comes in. I'd rather be electrocuted. It goes on for 3 minutes, and then he turns. We're going to take back the country. We're going to get rid of the fascists and communists. I'd rather be eaten by a squirrel than a monkey. And then he goes back. We're going to take back the country from the communists and the fascists, the neo-fascists, and all the people that are...
All right. If you want, we can end it. That's a good ending, actually. All right, you guys. I think we had a great show. Everyone did a great job in the cast.
The cast was great today. No one was cranky.
Dana?
I'll just say I'll wrap it up as Paul McCartney. It's been quite a couple of weeks for America. the Trump guy got a dinger up on his ears, and he ducked and he loaded him off, He went, look at me, I'm such a protester, put my fist up. And then the mumbly stumbler president, all of a sudden everyone goes, you got to go. He says, I don't want to go. They said, you got to go. And the president called him the other one, Obama, and said, you got to go. I don't do it, Obama.
It was Obama?
So you got to go. Well, I don't know
that
if it
guy
is.
said you got to go.
There's rumors. We don't know, but we have to move on now. Now it's Kamala or Kamala.
Yeah.
She reminds me of a couple of moms I knew, like in junior high, that were very much like Karens, They'd have their elbow in like this, like, excuse me, okay, we're not going to have every kid go to the party, all right?
Right.
Those people.
Yeah.
So I think she'll be good. I think she'll be tough.
Colin Quinn, I'll end it with a joke he did that he said, if it's President Kamala, and then he said that'll be like Kamala. He said that'll be like having a substitute teacher for the last 6 months, and then we'll be like, hey, the last president didn't make us pay taxes. She goes, I don't know if that's true. Don't try to trick me.
All right.
It's a good sub.
A fun fact. Fun fact. The only time a vice president has become president, besides George H.W. Bush following Reagan beating Dukakis and becoming president in 86, the last time, 1836, Martin Van Buren.
Oh, for real?
So it's very tough to be a vice president because you're right. You're in this lane of you're cutting ribbons, and they keep you under wraps. We haven't seen a lot of her, but it's going to be an exciting race.
It's definitely a nail biter. So we'll see, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Okay, Dana, I just want to tell you quickly for the people listening that before you hear Kyle, he does mention Bud Friedman. A lot of us do. Bud Friedman was a huge influence.
Yeah.
He owns the Improv, if you don't know, New York, LA. And he passed away since we did Kyle a little bit ago. So I just want to say quickly, Bud was, I could over talk about it or under. I'll just say he was a huge, huge reason. He was like the first Lorne. I think, Dana, you said that. It was a guy that, if you get in at the Improv, Mitzi was at the Comedy Store. She didn't like me. Bud liked me, got me up. And I had a great run doing all these clubs, working in the LA one. I worked the LA one last week. So a huge thank you and a sad day about that. But Bud was a great, and he's great for comedians.
I would just say, the same thing like Lauren. Bud loved comedians. Yeah. Loved us, and he was very nice to me. I couldn't get out of the Comedy Store either, which was sort of a scary, weird place back then. And Bud was friendly. He was old-fashioned in a way. As people know, he had a monocle. He had some sort of weird cadence of talking. I don't know where it came from, but take it outside.
How are you?
Outside. But he gave me great spots, and he was very encouraging. And he was somebody... He passed away at 90. He looked 60 when he was 40, but when he was 80, he still looked 60. I mean, he didn't age for decades. I would see him from time to time and go, man, he looks exactly the same.
Hello, Dana. Stay out of the aisles. Stay out of the hallway.
He was like this, with the monocle and that cadence, he was like this gentleman. Yeah. And just a sense of decorum of like, now we're starting the show. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
And,
you don't see a lot of monocles anymore. I feel like he might be the last guy.
Well, I was there when he had, regular glasses.
Really?
And, yeah, comedian got mad. It was drunk and punched him. He goes, it doesn't matter. I'll just use this pot. And that's how I made that up.
And you go, Bud, you never got it fixed? He goes, oh.
Yeah, the monocle was only Colonel Klink in Hogan's Heroes going back to the 1960s. He had a monocle. And then Bud. Yeah, but there's no one does a monocle.
My
my
friend is a comedian in Arizona. Mike Sterner says his friend is Japanese optometrist, and every December 7th he attacks the Pearl Vision Center.
There you go.
It's not my joke, but I liked it.
Hey, I like anything where it's just
such
a
out of nowhere.
joke.
That's a good joke. Okay, but Bud we'll let you
Friedman,
listen.
God
but man,
rest you.
Bud was great.
Yeah.
Laughed at everybody. A comedian.
Created an amazing legacy that continues to this day with improv comedy clubs all over.
Yeah, great guy, great laugher. And anyway, enjoy our podcast. Okay, Dana, before I get to Kyle Dunnigan, I have to tell you, I have to get a plug-in.
What?
I bought this at the gas station, and I used to like this. It says mild, right? So I use it. Twice I've been tricked. This is an anti-commercial. No, because it's so goddamn spicy. And there's mild and there's medium and there's hot. Which one do you think wouldn't be spicy? Mild. And even when I get it, everyone's like, "You're the biggest pussy. Why do you have mild?" I go, "Because I just wanted like the idea of it. I don't really want to burn up." And oh my God, my burrito, I was ripping it apart going, "What in here?" I'm blaming the burrito is so hot. It's that. And I look at the back, it says, jalapeno. I see the word jalapeno. That's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. I go, why would it be so hot? And this isn't your fault,
You
Dana.
have a lot of free time.
But I was so mad last night, and then I called Heather and I yelled at her about it. But she agreed.
Cholula is the best that's mild.
Cholula
I'll
has
get
to be
you
hotter.
a bottle on the next podcast.
No, it can't be anything. It just has to be red food coloring.
Well, how about ketchup? Old fashioned.
Yeah, that's basically it. Give me ketchup with 3 pieces of an onion in it.
That mix, all right?
Kyle Dunnigan is one of my really good buddies.
Keel Dunnigan.
And he's a sweetheart. And we talk to him because we're talking to more comedians, because when I'm out with these comics, especially ones I like, and they're heavily influenced by SNL, they grew up on it. Obviously, they love Dana. They like all the people we've been talking to, and they share their stories with me. And some had auditions. Kyle had a big audition for SNL.
The seminal audition in 2008,
was a
which
big
Bobby
one.
Moynihan was at, and Nick Kroll
Yep.
and Kyle. His
lot of
story about his audition process at the time, being a brilliant comedian and impressionist, a natural for SNL. And what happens is very dramatic, but he's organically very, very funny throughout this talk.
And some of these talks with these people are just straight up just laughs. We're just talking about SNL. We're talking about he does impressions, he mixes them in, Dana does them, and those are the kind, just different type of shows, and that's what this type of show is.
So it's again, just a human story about someone trying to get on SNL and what happens. So it's kind of riveting, actually.
And then like the before, during, and after, like when you don't get it, what it's like. And we don't have a lot of those because everyone has it. Everyone got it.
Yeah, and he landed on his feet. He has a huge YouTube channel with
he's so
all
hysterical.
this massive, hysterical, bizarre content.
Instagram.
So, and he's just a fun guy to have dinner with.
Yeah, 100%. Here is Kyle Dunnigan. How's Dana's dump going? Dana was right here.
Huh?
Dana was right here, and then he just took off. Dana, we're almost done.
Damn, I brought a gigantic sombrero, but I left it.
Do you need a hat?
No, I don't. It's just for when we do our things.
Oh, right.
Remember Chuck Barris, you're too young. The Gong Show?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know Chuck Barris, yeah.
He would randomly come out with hats and not refer to them.
I did
after a
like that.
commercial
Oh,
break.
really?
So I was doing that.
I saw you in a hat, like a round circle
Yeah,
farmer
funny.
hat. And I was like, I need that because the sun's really bad. And then I got
A
one.
fucking pineapple picker hat.
I can
Yeah.
either spend hours with greasy sunscreen all over, or I can put a giant hat on. I
Yeah.
prefer the giant hat. Some people go, no, fuck the hat. I'm going to grease it up for hours.
I do both.
Kyle
That's
Dunnigan's
why
our
I
guest
wanna be
today.
a dermatologist. That's because of the way you look.
I went to a dermatologist and they looked at a thing and it was,
Yeah.
because I thought this looks not great.
Are we recording?
Yeah, light it up.
Let it
So-
up. Let me,
so
because
I'm
I
gonna
have
start
a
with
dermatologist story. So what
yeah,
happened?
if we could actually focus the podcast on dermatology,
Well,
it's
but
good when it's about
It's a good
something
niche.
specific.
Well, what happened? We can always cut this.
I,
means we won't cut it.
yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I just looked at like a little mole spot,
Yeah,
and I was like, "That doesn't look good." I went, and the guy looked at it. And he's like, "You're fine." And then this girl came to visit me for like a weekend. I think I told you, David, about this, and it did not work out. Like she walked into my house.
Well, I knew that was coming. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
She walked into my house.
No, that's how they always end.
I had, it always ends like that. I had this house, and she walks up. She goes, "Do planes always fly over your house?" She immediately just had all these awful things about my house. I never noticed the planes, like, but I'm in the path now. It's constant. There's just planes around. Anyway, she goes, "I don't like the look of that mole," and I was like, "I checked it out. I think it's okay."
Chew it off, bitch.
She's like, "I don't think it's dangerous. I just don't like the look of it."
Yeah. It was just a vanity thing.
Yeah.
So I went back, and a different dermatologist was like, "That's a problem," and cut it out, and it had like,
damn,
it got caught. It was, if it wasn't for
the
her,
girl was the problem.
Story,
I thought he said cut the girl out of your life.
Well, I was naked on a
both.
slab, and this guy's going around with the eyeglass. He's like 90 or something.
Yeah.
And he's going around, and everything he sees, because I'm covered in stuff, he goes, age related. And a woman's writing it down, age related. Age related. Yeah, I swear to God, for a half hour. Should you do anything? Nope. Age related.
Sick.
That's like Billy Bob Thornton, age related.
He goes, this doesn't look like much, but you might have to remove it. I go, my wiener? And then he took the monocle off. He goes, oh, I'm sorry.
My wiener is
age-related.
the greatest childlike reference to a dick.
Actually, Dana, tell him when you went to the masseuse, what'd you say?
Oh, I had this masseuse once, and she'd really start digging, and she'd say, give it, give it, give it, give it, give it.
Didn't she go by your wiener and go, you hungry?
No, that was me.
That was you.
Yeah, no, I went.
Irish comedians for 100.
Yeah.
Is Dunnigan Irish or British?
It's Irish.
Irish.
I eat her.
Yeah, so we have the same.
I went to this is like a longer story, but Tony Robbins wanted me to perform at his birthday party.
I had. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead and tell the story, because why not?
All right,
this is a great
okay,
one.
Okay.
Do you do Tony Robbins?
No, I
Okay.
don't. But I tried to get one for the thing. But I was excited because like I like Tony Robbins. I read like 3 books in my life. 2 of them were Tony Robbins.
Yeah,
books.
me too.
So I was excited. And I was nervous because they were paying me more money than I've ever been paid for anything in my life.
$750.
No, higher.
I turned them down.
No, I know. You got
I
a
won't say
big
what it
chunk
is,
for that.
but it was more than
No,
$1,000.
I know what
Tony
it is.
does not. Tony.
It was $24,000, more than $1,000.
But what do you net?
It was
No, it was
$25,000.
It was great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Well, yeah. So I was very
That's
excited.
an adorable number.
I know to you guys that's
No,
so
to Dana.
no
No, we
money.
don't get it. Here's his money bags here. Think
Yeah.
about where you are and think of who owns this place.
No, I know.
Now,
Cooling this house is $25,000.
all right, Tony Robbins tried to beat you up. Got you in a headlock.
We'll let you get through the story. Hopefully, we probably won't.
I was nervous, and I thought, hey, Tony would say, take care of yourself, little buddy. People don't know Tony. He's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
He has actually a tumor on his pituitary gland, and it's pumping out growth hormones. That's why he's so big. When
Right,
he was
he's
younger-
grown a foot and a half in the last
Jesus.
18 months.
Yeah, he's been.
Yeah.
I mean, when he was a kid, they asked if he wanted to take it out, and he was like, "No, I want to be enormous." Like he could have taken it out, and he didn't.
Oh,
Is that true?
That's a true story. Yeah,
Oh my God, he is
I
a
wanna be
huge man.
enormous.
I want to be.
It worked.
it did. Yeah, he really stands out.
Yeah.
He I don't know if you see the documentary, but he
I
puts his
did.
hand on someone's head. And it's like a giant catcher's mitt, just envelops the whole guy's head.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting to the
Because you're a bunch of
story.
fucking losers.
I don't care. I like the whole story.
piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a therapist that swears.
Yeah, he yells. He's scary.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm getting comfortable.
So I was like, I'm gonna go take care of myself and get a massage. I never do that, so I went to this place, and I don't want a hand job. I know about
You're
the
not
whole
one
hand
of those
job
happy
thing.
ending. Yeah. David's never heard of those.
No,
Yeah.
but the whole point of going there is to feel better about myself. You know, I don't want to walk. I want to
Got
don't want to have a hand job. So I'm like, how do I look like I don't want a hand job? So I take off my baseball hat because guys in baseball hats look like they want hand
Very
jobs.
suspicious.
You know what I
So
mean?
you take off the cap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying David wants a hand job.
No, check.
He
I like
looks
it.
like he wants it. So I take that off and I kind of go in jolly, you know?
Yeah. Rather
Instead
than
of
kinda
like silk.
Yeah, like
serious, looking around,
slinking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a 15
embarrassed
minute
already,
massage.
shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she gives me a good back massage. She flips me over. She starts doing a little tickly on the stomach. I'm like, oh, this is like going down a hand job lane, you know?
Yeah.
And so out of nowhere, she taps my penis and she goes, "You hungry?" And I was like, "Oh no, I just
The better
ate."
question is she hungry?
She seemed hungry.
Okay, got it.
I didn't ask her, but you know,
This is important for our
Yeah, yeah.
listeners.
she looked like famished.
Yeah.
So I said,
someone's
no.
the meal and someone's the
Yes.
consumer of the meal.
Yes, yes. She was drooling. Then she tapped my penis again, harder, like 4 more times. She was like, "No, you hungry? Am I breaking your mic?" And I go, oh, no, thank you. And she goes, oh, girlfriend? And I go, no. And she goes, wife? And I go, no.
I know where this one's heading to.
Yeah. And she goes, oh.
Yeah,
That's it?
She thinks
Yeah,
you're
like
on
you're
the other
gay.
team.
Yeah. So I walked out there feeling great. I go to the Tony Robbins thing, and beforehand they did a Zoom call with me, where they go, this is what Tony wants. And he wants me to do Biden on a big screen. No one sees me. They just see Biden. But he's going to introduce me as the president of the United States is here. And I was a little worried because that could happen. He could Zoom in the president. He's met all the presidents. So I said to them, I'm a little worried they're going to be disappointed when they see me. And they were just like, this is what Tony wants. This is a cult. You don't tell what, this is what we do.
Yeah.
So,
I did the same kind of gig.
I want to hear about this.
I want to hear yours.
Because I'm sure yours is better than
No,
mine.
everything is ringing true to me. So
Okay.
go ahead. But I love Tony Robbins.
Tell when they play like a videotape before.
Yes. So, it was actually two things.
A montage, right? Yeah.
I'm making this story way too long. But
No.
there was like,
Not on Fly, right?
No, we go
DS?
forever here.
I Googled Tony Robbins' birthday on YouTube. I don't think I told you this.
Research.
And his last birthday was this big extravaganza with all these stars, just like, Tony, you're the best. He's bawling, crying. His wife's like, I love you, honey. It was like his 60th or something like that, So I felt even more pressure. Like, this is the next birthday.
Oh, yeah.
So I get there and he's like, thanks for doing this, you little hunk of crap. And he whacks me on the back. And everybody's super jazzed up, but they've been up since like 5 in the morning, swimming with sharks.
Keeps going.
So this is a lot of corporate gigs where they beat them to death and they go, here's your entertainment. And they're like,
Yeah.
It's like raw. Go, we can win.
They have dancers come out. You probably saw this. After every speaker, people come like, pop, pop, pop.
Mine was
pop,
on
and everybody-
Zoom. Mine was on Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, that was smart.
Well,
I was there. I flew down to West Palm Beach.
he wanted me to fly
undisclosed
there.
location.
Yeah. So anyway, so
That's
what,
smart.
how does this,
All right,
what
so,
happens?
yeah, get to the end of the story.
No,
So-
I could do Tony Robbins for the first half hour.
Yeah.
And then we'll do McCartney for the second half hour.
He's at a trampoline, and I jumped on that
Yes.
beforehand trying to get pumped up. And so the guy before me was the Secretary of Defense, former Secretary of Defense, Larry Sumner's, and he just talked like this. He went over an hour and a
An
half.
economist. Yeah.
It's like midnight now.
Yeah.
And Tony goes, are you ready for the surprise of your life? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, have I ever disappointed you? And they're like, no, you would never disappoint us. And then he goes,
It's all true.
and then someone goes like, blah, blah. There's a pause. He'd forgot to play the package they made, this minute package video of him with presidents.
Oh, okay.
So now that plays. So like, okay. No, he goes, yeah, the president of the United States. I go nuts. Then they play the package. Then he reintroduces me. Because he introduced me before, he did it wrong. But now it really feels like, for sure, the president.
Because he's in the video, they said he's shaking hands with Obama. And he's
Yeah.
shaking hands
So
with
they really
Clinton.
think Biden's coming up.
Oh, they 100%.
Oh, and
There's no way he would fuck us over
Yeah.
and have some asshole
Yeah.
playing by.
Exactly. So I'm sitting backstage like, oh no, it's the nightmare I imagined. So then I pop up on the screen and you hear this audible, from the audience. And I'm like, hey, it's Tony Baloney's birthday. Hey, pretty good guy. Come on, man, just a good guy.
Corn
And I'm
pop.
dying. Corn pop. And just death, nothing.
Really? God, that's so unusual.
There's nothing from them.
Because they're angry.
Yeah, and I think they don't even know if it's a joke, and they're just staring. And I'm in my head, I'm going, this is the funniest thing, and I've got another 25 minutes. You know when
You're
done,
hoping with your
funniest
best bit.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, this is just going to get worse.
And are you in a suit and tie just at a regular
Oh,
mic? Like,
that's a whole nother
Oh,
thing. I
okay.
went shopping. You know, you're nervous. You shop for a
before
new
or after the
outfit.
masseuse?
I had to go after it. You know what I mean? So I bought these new shoes. They were both left feet, so I couldn't even use this. I had dirty shoes.
Who does that?
I'm making this story. I'm telling you 10%.
This is going to be a
100% disaster.
bonus podcast, probably.
If you want, go to the Patreon.
I think it's his own podcast.
Yeah. And then I got a shirt. So it was a black button down. I looked like a magician.
Yeah.
And I made a joke about that.
You have clown shoes on and a misfit.
I wore my dirty shoes. And because I couldn't fit into those two left feet.
They go, I like when the magician made all the laughter disappear.
Yeah. It's weird because the screen goes up and now I have to introduce myself. And here's a surprise for Tony Kyle.
This is very normal.
They're like, this guy's still going?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I walk out and they jump up and they're like, yay, because they're all taught
Yeah.
to just
Trained
give you
seals.
all, the
Love.
energy. And then back to like, we hate you. Sit back down.
This is very normal for
That's
corporate.
who we hate.
Yeah. And I go, I said something about like, I know I looks like I'm about to do magic. I promise I'm not. And they were like, we'd love to see magic.
What's the
What was that
entertainment?
about?
But yeah, they don't
Yeah.
get any sarcasm or irony.
No.
Yeah.
It's almost like the opposite because it's all about positivity. And
Yeah.
then stand-up's still cutting. And I'm halfway through jokes going, don't tell the rest of this joke.
Mm-hmm.
I told a joke. I go, I dated this girl. She was too young for me. She was 19 years younger. Don't judge. I was in college. That's when you experiment. And they go, oh, wait, that means she was like
That makes
3. Yes. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's a tough
And I
opener.
like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Such
I
a
didn't
good
know.
one.
That's
If that
you just
bombs
go
you,
into Bill
Yeah.
Maher or something,
Yeah.
right? What's your
Okay,
your
people.
fail safe like DEFCON 5? What bit is just
You ever
never
get like
bomb?
that situation where you jump to maybe this will
Yes,
work now?
to your surefires.
Yeah, but nothing's working.
In your
so-
head, you have nothing.
Yeah.
but you're skipping
Yeah.
chunks, and then you're like,
I
I won't have
know,
enough
and then
now.
you're
Yeah. And you're speeding through.
Yeah, done it.
Half this, and then the clock's
Sickening.
like going backwards, and I'm like on the piano at one point, and then people. I have like pictures. If you want to, I don't know if you have a website I could put up. Anyway,
We have nothing.
it doesn't matter.
We don't really
But,
good at social media.
We barely have audio, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
I,
and then
I just got Wi-Fi. Anyway,
I get off, and I was supposed to sing "Happy Birthday" to Tony as Caitlyn Jenner, right? So there's a wig. I'm back on the where the laptop is, where I'm projected like a face swap, and I
Okay.
see the wig there, and
go for
in
the
my
wig.
no,
No?
I say I can't. I need to walk out of here with something. I can't walk out of here with a woman's wig on, so I leave it there.
And not crush. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just go sincere. I'm like, hey guys, it's Tony's birthday. How about a happy birthday? I was supposed to be like, happy birthday to Tony, baby. Yeah. And do some, but he's got a big old cock.
Yeah.
But I bailed on that and I just did a sincere happy birthday. And they just turned to their leader and they're like, happy birthday. And I use that to sneak out and I'm grabbing my stuff. And so he thought I was off stage, but I was under the desk. And he goes, did you guys have a day you'll never forget? And they were like, yeah. And then he goes, this is a night I'd like to forget.
No
He was talking about me.
way.
Have you ever heard Tony Robbins say negative things
Oh
in your
my
life about anyone?
No.
And he said about me.
That's weird.
It was rough. That's weird.
That is weird, wild stuff.
That is
So,
wacky weird
we'll be
stuff.
right back with this word from our sponsor.
Yeah, I was just on a Zoom real quickly, and he was just super enthusiastic, and there were just all these flash scene pictures of people all over the world. And he would go, I would do a bit like he didn't like Fauci, so I was like, "You don't need a vaccine; it'll solve everything." All that stuff. And he goes, "Give it up for Dana Carvey." So I'm just in my little room. My wife's cooking dinner downstairs, and he's going like this, and it went on for 2 minutes. So I started dancing in my room, and just for one landed joke.
Yeah.
It was during the pandemic, obviously.
How much time did you have to do?
I think it was supposed to be 45. I think it ended
Yeah.
up being 35, and they were fine with it.
Yeah,
David,
yeah.
do you have a Tony Robbins gig story?
I
Just to
I did get
complete
a
the
call
circle.
about a Tony Robbins gig.
Oh,
You what?
I got a call about one recently.
Are you being serious?
I swear to God, yeah.
because I turned him down.
I think what happens is they do these
you did?
gigs.
Yeah, I was too busy. Go ahead,
You
David.
have to throw that. Well, Dana, you already did it though.
You were number 2. They
No,
asked
but
Dana,
then they wanted
asked
me
you. Did
back.
you get that? Did
They
you
wanted
pick
me
up on
back
that?
in person,
Oh yeah.
and I was really, really busy with something, and they only told me 5 days before. So I said,
There was nothing that was going to stop me to get $25,000.
This
It
was-
could have been for. to
I would
raise
like
money
that
to
money
kill
now
children.
that my 401k is 70% down. Yeah.
Because of. I think I know.
The
No,
gas, the Pirates of the Caribbean. Because of
DocuSign. Or no.
DocuSign, yes.
The stock market's been
It went
bad.
down over 100%. I actually owe money. It's negative 28%.
You
No, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. David?
You guys are fine.
I like when you both do Biden. It was funny talking to each other.
Well, I just end with Pirates of the Caribbean. I love yours, your stuff.
It's good.
Oh,
we have like different Bidens, which is
Yeah.
It's
The
good.
latest one, did you do the whisper yell? Because that's what happened after Afghanistan.
I'd like, come on, man, this guy a vitamin poontang. Not poontang.
Yeah.
The guy. Bad dude. And then it's like, it's like a lower, like a mumble. He does like.
But my dad used to do this where he'd patronize whisper, like, I know better than you do.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot better and I know how to do it. You know, and but your Biden's amazing.
Yeah, he does. Come on. Yeah, he does that.
And you do everything. I mean, you just went at him early because now the New York Times is attacking Biden, saying he makes up stories and bumbling. Back in those days, it was a hot oven, but your thing was always just edgy and funny. And
Kyle on YouTube and Instagram is always something that's
you
ahead
would
of the
just
game.
go anywhere you felt like going.
Even when you do Caitlyn Jenner, you get you always wonder, these Kardashians are they even aware? Or I never know.
I found a video that they made, because I did a video where they were like, we're mad at you. The whole thing was just like, we're mad at you. We're all mad at you. And then Chloe did a video going, we're mad at you. And,
oh, really?
And they did it.
So
they saw that one. I don't know if they saw the other ones, though. I think maybe just that one.
Should we talk about one that you thought might tweak them? Because you're always going for the laugh. You don't seem like you're waving any political party or any point of view other than what's funny.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do.
You do Biden, the Fresh Prince of D.C., right?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to finish one up now. They take forever, and I go dark. So, with making money on the internet, you've got to keep cranking stuff out. And, sketch is really hard to crank out.
Yeah.
I mean, SNL's, they got 30 writers or something, and then...
Oh, no, a one-man band, what you're doing? I don't know how
when you're doing it in the house, and you got green screens and face swap and all these computer things, and you have graphics.
And I edit, and then it's like I'll be like, oh, I need tape to tape down this wig. So then I go to the store, I got to get the tape for the wig, and that's a half hour. Then I'm like, oh, wait, I need a tie. Then I go to like the Goodwill, and I get a tie. And then I'll shoot for an hour, and I'm like, oh, my ear was sticking out. I got to reshoot that for an hour. Some days
anyone
I'm just
helping
like,
you?
So much work.
I know some people could help you.
Well, I need to find a way to get money that I could pay people, because that would be great.
Well, you're okay. It's Kyle Dunnigan's YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
For listeners, go check it out.
More talent. It's tougher to make. There's just some ways it's hard to make money, no matter how good you are. It's just hard to get on YouTube and that shit.
It's hard to crank out sketch like they do. SNL's got there's probably 2 sketches a week that are
they
that
write
are good,
about 50, 55 in 24 hours.
And 2 are good, and they take 2 weeks off every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just like baseball. Mostly you strike out.
Sometimes 3, Kyle.
Oh, is it 3?
No, that was, Lauren visited the podcast.
We would do 2, and then a week off, and then 3, and then a week off. Then around Christmas, 2 weeks off. Then,
but you're right, a huge staff churning stuff out, and it's a numbers game.
Yeah, so I'll do a few in a row, and I'll watch it grow, and then I'll stop. I'll need to take a break for like a month or a couple weeks. And I'll drop 40% on my next video. So it's I'm trying to figure out how to do the business side. So now this next Fresh Pressing is more like a short film. I'm going to release it and maybe have people pay $2 for it or something.
Of the Will Smith Show.
Yeah.
Biden
He's done a bunch of those.
I know, I've seen them just
They're
for the audience.
funny
You kind of
shit.
rapping as Biden and running around, and then insanity ensues.
Yeah, and there's sitcom
I'm the only
laughs
president to
around
fall
it.
up the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, also, people that are listening should know Kyle is a comedian. Been doing it forever. He up for 5 Emmys. Wrote for was it Inside Amy Schumer?
And won an Emmy for Girl, You Don't Need Makeup, which I listened to today.
What was that?
Girl, You Don't Need Makeup.
Was it on Amy?
When you wake up. Yeah, it was on the Schumer Show. My mom has that. I brought her the Emmys. She's very excited.
Okay, we'll come back to the Amy Schumer Show. Sarah Silverman, did you write for that show?
I did. Actually, that was a show I was writing, and then I was like, I have to get out of here. It was a great job, but I just felt like I was writing too much for other people, and I wanted to perform and make. So I started making. I actually, during that writing thing, I figured out how to do the face swaps. So it was a FaceTime call, so they could talk to each other, and that was like a big
moment.
I was doing imitations of the writers in the room, and they liked it. Then I started doing it online. That's kind of
what year
blew
was
that
that?
up.
How long have you been doing this?
2016 or 16, 17.
And so, okay.
Well, early on, tell us when you probably were into SNL because we all were.
Yeah.
And but you did you finally get an audition, or was it one, or was it you were trying to get an audition like everyone?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. Yeah, big fan of SNL. Dana's been a huge influence. We talked about that. But
we don't have to talk
I don't
about
want to.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can talk about just a little
We
bit.
can talk a little bit.
I don't,
3 sentences.
I'll compliment David though, because I was an extra on SNL.
when I was there.
This is the worst.
No, you had
story.
left like the year before, and let me just go back. But David.
Oh, we're gonna dog ear that one.
Yeah, David.
Fucked you.
You could see in the monitors what was going on in rehearsal, and you could hear it. And I was like, "Oh, David's the funniest one."
Because he was riffing and having,
yeah. I don't remember what you're doing. But he was like,
and then when an air show came, he would freeze up a little bit.
he was funny.
Yeah.
David was always the funniest.
So
one.
funny.
But
Like, what is
very,
fake
very
pleasure?
low.
But rehearsals show you. Yeah, I mean, rehearsal. I didn't know back then they were probably taping him, but you're just bullshitting with your friends, saying, by the way, anything, forgetting you're on camera. But when Kyle was there, we were doing. Happened to be one of my favorite ones ever, which was the Gap Girls.
Lay off, I'm starving.
Lay off, I'm starving. And Kyle, not only was he there, he was a extra.
Ooh.
And they put him in the Gap Girls sketch, and they put him in a primo spot behind us.
I was really
so
excited.
So you were just on camera with no lines throughout the sketch?
Yeah, and I'm just right next to Chris Farley. I'm like, this is probably my big break. I'm not sure.
That's
not sure.
So we're about to go out, and David comes over. He's like, yeah, this is my friend.
Oh my
whoever
God,
what's
Rick.
this?
My buddy was visiting from Arizona, and I'd never
You
done
guys are
this
flip-flopping.
ever.
Yeah.
And I fucking go,
flipped
can
me.
he be in this? They go, yeah. And I go, Rick, why don't you sit here? And they pulled Kyle out.
Yeah, well, they flipped me. So like, we'll get you the back of your head, Kyle, and my friend will get the. And then he became famous off that. He got a deal off that extra work.
Can I ask a question about this?
So
like when,
sickening.
just for a second, because I don't know that part of you. Like, when did you start being a comedian?
Trying to be professional.
Where did you go? Was your first stand-up at 18, or were you doing little shows for your parents when you were 10? Or we have all different.
When I was
here.
younger, I didn't. I remember being laughed at, but not like me trying to be funny, but like humiliating things.
Just in school.
Yeah,
yeah.
And even my very first memory was my whole family laughing. I mean, my grandmother was like,
First memory.
I was like, "What's this, Nana?" And it was a placemat. We got like a choo-choo place, and she goes, "Oh, you eat on that." And my little brain was like, "Eat on it" didn't make sense, but "eat it" made sense. Like on
could
was
see
like,
that.
I think I'd skip that little word. So I just started eating it, and they came in. I was trying to eat that, and this my first memory is everyone like ha ha ha, and then I got to school.
What an idiot!
Yeah, and people would laugh at me, but I wasn't trying to be funny. I was little. I think we were like 3 little guys, right?
Yeah.
3 of us were like little
What
guys.
was your height and weight when you entered high school?
I know. All I know is the tiniest, except for my friend Michael, was like a half inch, and I loved because when they'd line you up, it was like Michael, you're on the end. But I was always number 2. But I remember they had superlatives where they go, best looking, most likely to succeed, and the popular girls come up to me, and they never talked to me, and they were like, "We decided you're the funniest."
Whoa.
And I was
What
like,
grade was that?
I guess it was
high?
like 8th grade. I was like
Okay.
12 years old.
Big
So
time.
before school,
You know what I say to that? I go, "You hungry?" And they go, "What?" And I go, "You go, it's early. I'm going to ask you again later."
but I didn't really know or think I was funny. And then the lobby of before you go into school, there's like a lobby and everyone hangs out there.
Oh,
This
it's
big,
terrifying.
Yeah.
Junior high.
right. And the big bully Scott Chapman comes up to me, pushes me, and he goes, "You're not funny."
Whoa.
Because word got out that I was going to be the funniest, and he wanted to be the funny guy. And I was like, "Yeah, okay. I think you're right."
Beat the funny out of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'm funnier than you." Now everyone starts gathering around us. Like there's going to be some
Instead
funny
of
fight.
a funny fight?
Yeah.
It's
And-
8 miles.
So what does he say?
I backed it. I was like, "You are like, I
You just
totally
roll
agree.
over.
This is hilarious what you're doing." So then I got voted class clown, and I got upset about it because clown. It kind
Clown
of hit
isn't
me.
the same.
It's not good, especially when you're 12 and you want to be liked by girls. And it was like
Yeah.
the popular girls. I was like, "Oh, they look at me like I'm this like clown." So my friend was really sweet, and he was intending to do something nice, but he went to the principal or whatever and was like, "Kyle's upset of the clown called the clown." So they changed it to best person. They changed it to best personality.
Really?
Don't shrink down.
They
Don't
changed
he's
it.
shrinking down in his
Well,
chair.
They
He's
changed it.
Did your gift for mimicry emerge at that time? Could you do the PE coach, or were you doing?
Yeah, that actually got me attention from girls. I did I did Michael Jackson. This girl I really liked would be like, do Michael Jackson. So I would just dance like a monkey. Then one time she'd crossed it off her shoe, Michael Jackson. I got hurt personally. Like we broke up. But
did you do the voice or just do a little dance?
I do the voice and the dance. I remember, this is a hacky impression now, but I saw one of my first impressions. I saw Christopher Walken at our local tiny grocery store, Weston, Connecticut, tiny little thing. I'd never seen a famous person before, so I was following him around like a creep. And you know the thing when you go to a grocery store and you're like, oh, I just want to get like some batteries, but then you start going, oh, I need that, I need that. So he had this whole pile of stuff.
Yeah.
And right before he got to the front, he just like Jenga'd it all over the floor. And he goes, oh no, my cottage cheese. And the lady was like, it's fine. And he's like, no. You get quiet and be like, I'm sorry. He got really loud. And that like bug got in my ear. That was like, I think one of the first impressions I did. But I did impressions, but then I started doing stand-up when I got out to try to make money because there just was no money in sketch.
Out of high school?
Out of the world of school, out of college and stuff. And
okay, so early 20s, you start doing stand-up.
Yeah, and my managers were like, don't do impressions and guitar. So everything that I do well, I didn't do for 20 years until I found face.
They told me not to do that either.
Yeah.
Don't do impressions. Don't do the church lady.
What bad advice that we got.
Yeah.
Later you go, what the fuck do you know?
Yeah, it was really,
so then what was your, like those years you got on shows pretty quickly, like Cedric the Entertainer, you were a sketch player. That was
that was I thought that was like a big break because I was kind of a hit sketch show, and I joined mid-season because like we need a white guy to pick on, and before we would do the shows, like a funny little thing, they would do a prayer circle, and Cedric was very religious, and he's holding hands with two Jewish producers, and we're just sitting around. I would just stare at the Jewish producers because they'd have to be there like, pray, please Jesus, help these setups land our punchlines, and we'd be all praying for Jesus. And there was really only like a couple of people who believed in Jesus, but that was before we went out.
Are you Jewish?
Prayer circles are awkward.
I'm not religious, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Do you have any
affiliation
with a political party?
No.
How do you spell your last name,
religious?
Mr. Dunnigan?
Wait, I want to get to some impressions too, but also, when did you do cruise ships? Because my buddy does cruise ships, and he said they're tough.
My friend was like, don't do it, it'll be really bad. And I was like, how could that be bad?
How could it not be bad?
How could that be bad?
Mm-hmm.
So I go there and
cruise ships.
3 shows a night. And it's a free show, so everyone goes to the show because it's free. They already paid for it. And I'm bombing so hard. It's mostly wheelchairs. It was a very old cruise.
You hear people leaving this.
Yeah.
And then the walkers after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You buy WD-40
and I got...
We love when David does
I know. He does great. He does great sound effects.
WD-40 gets underplayed in the world. It's out there, though.
Yeah. But I was famous for being terrible on the ship, so I just hid in my room.
And then you go and you're looking over the Lido deck, and there's like, that guy sucked. Are you the guy that's horrible?
So so you bombed the first night.
No, I bombed every night. No, nothing.
3 times a night.
3 times a night where it was just this awful. And then one time, they make you, after the show, say goodbye to everybody. So you bomb, and you got to be like, thank you for coming.
Those handshakes.
Yeah. So I see this woman
good game,
hovering around me. And I'm like, oh, here's a fan. We'll have to deal with this.
This is nice.
And she goes, I have to tell you, you look exactly like my dead son. My son just died a month ago. They were going to cancel this trip, and they already bought the tickets. And the dad won't look at me.
There.
Apparently, I look amazingly and sound like her son who just died. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then I keep running into her because the ship's not that big.
Like at the buffet, by the
everywhere.
pool.
And then I went to one bar, and I'm like, oh God, there she is again. And she's got the rest of her family. And it was like, there he is. And everyone's like, oh,
there he
God.
is.
And they're like, oh.
She confused you dying on stage.
You both died.
She goes,
That's
once
amazing.
you died on stage, I was like, no, that's him.
And then she asked me to go rock climbing and
Trying to be the son again?
yeah. And I can't say no to her. So now I'm rock climbing and she's staring at me.
She starts calling you Dave,
Mama.
Michael or something. Yeah.
She was sort of having this thing with me, and I had to do it. And I could tell I wasn't
It's a good sitcom.
as good as her son. She was like, just climb up. Like, you're not acting.
You're good at this.
Yeah.
So she's ordering you around like a mom to a son.
Yeah.
Just climb up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
So
I'm
you do
3
what she
feet up,
says.
terrified. And her son, I'm sure, was like, bing, bing.
You're the worst fake son.
Yeah, that was my.
Oh, boy.
That was the week that Obama was, or not Obama, that Bin Laden was killed.
Is that Obama?
That was my Bin Laden. My Obama's not like this. That's what you do.
My mom
you're-
points like Obama. You know, not Obama. Bin
So then,
Laden.
how did you become a genius?
Are they two different people?
I don't know.
Points like
don't know.
Obama?
I meant to say Bin Laden.
Oh.
There might be something racist in there, but like I kept saying Obama and Bin Laden. But yeah, she just points like
Obama
a
law.
terrorist is saying their blood will run in the streets. My mother's finger gets right in your
Yeah.
face like that.
Your mom's in your bits sometimes.
Yeah, she's really good actually.
Do you tell her what to do or no?
Yeah, I actually surprised her because once she knows she's acting, it's over. We have to.
It's over.
She'll come on
Yeah.
stage?
No, we film
I make
stuff at home.
videos.
Oh, you do the videos
and I'll
to
just
your mom?
when she's doing dishes, I'll be like, "Hey, mom, I'll just start doing something."
That is,
She has to
She's good.
improv it?
That's
and
Craig.
She's good. Yeah,
Craig.
Yeah, I do Craig
which
to my
is a
mom.
hysterical
Greg's
character.
hysterical.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about
You know what's?
Go ahead.
Sorry,
Oh, you
I'm
didn't
gonna
get to
say-
your SNL audition.
Oh
Well,
yes, yes,
well,
yes,
we
yes,
want to get to that. We're
yes.
just creeping up to like how many years of stand up and
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then when do you try out for SNL?
Oh yes, and the first time I did stand up actually was in high school. It was 20 minutes before. My friends were like, "You should do stand up," and I was like, "Okay," because I just did what people told me, and I wrote a set in 20 minutes, and the set was 20 minutes. So I don't know what that must have been very
First
bad.
time usually crushes.
What's that?
First time usually crushes. And it's
It
the best
did
one.
pretty good because I was doing teachers and stuff like that, but I got suspended halfway through it.
Could go wrong. Is going
Oh,
well,
yeah.
it's so funny though.
yeah.
right?
But the halfway through, the host, this girl was like, you have to, you have to stop saying something about you can't say penis or Miss Ola's going to suspend you." Was the thing. And then they were all quiet, like, "What happened?" And I was like, "I'm not allowed to say penis anymore." And then I started going like, "Mike Kielbasa," and then I started doing other names. It was then they took me off stage. Anyway,
They took you away.
yeah, they took me away in a jacket. But I started, yeah.
I like when you bump with the microphone with your chin while you're talking and you hug it like this.
He's hugging it. He's bumping it. So when did
Ladies and
you
gentlemen.
start crushing and get the notion, I want to, and I'm highly qualified to be on Saturday Night Live?
I always wanted like watching you and stuff. I not that I felt like I'd be as good as you, but I thought like I can do that
better.
kind of thing. That's like up in my wheelhouse.
Yes.
You know? So I really want to do it, and I love the show. You actually almost stopped me from getting from losing my virginity. It didn't
almost-
happen, but you almost. I was coming home from a party, and this woman who was this girl, she's like 21, was in my Spanish class, and she's on a balcony, and she goes, "Kyle Dunnigan, get up here." Just hammered. And like we immediately she decided we're having sex. I don't remember what happened in between. But then I was like, but I almost didn't go up because I was like, I want to go back and see Dana Carvey because SNL was starting. And I almost, but I wish I had because I didn't think I got AIDS from this woman. I knew I got AIDS from this woman. Like it was back when if you just had unprotected sex, you got AIDS.
Right.
It was
Right when it
Magazine
started,
just
so
said
everyone thought.
AIDS. Yeah.
It's everyone's going to get it.
So I
But you
wish I
missed
had
me
just.
on the show.
I
That's-
did, and I wish I hadn't.
I
because
got
it was-
AIDS from watching Dana once.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you either way, you're
I had
Yeah,
that
you
effect
can't-
on
can't win.
people. Fauci got me, took care of me. We give you a shot, you give me a
the boosters.
So you do it accurately. I just punt sometimes.
He does
Yours
it
was so
quieter.
Impressions.
funny.
I
You
just
do-
decide how I want him to sound and hope people.
He
will
does
believe it.
quieter Fauci.
I'm a Dana Carvey
He's more-
derivative.
No, you're not.
You had us crying, laughing, talking about Mickey Rooney.
Yep. Mickey
you're-
Rooney.
I heard you do it before, but I know it's a true story. Maybe you
Word
could
for
tell
word.
us.
Yeah.
What you worked with him on a play?
No, a TV show, One of the Boys in 1981.
Oh, yes.
I was cast out of nowhere. I was just a young stand-up. Fred Silverman, the head of NBC. That's Mickey Rooney's grandson. Then I'm on a 747 with Nathan Lane. He was going.
That's right. He was
And
your
so
brother.
we became friends, and then we met Mickey, who had a .38 revolver, and literally at least once an hour. I was the #1 star in the world. You hear me? Bang, the world. But anyway,
And then
he's not kissing you. He's like pulling something.
Yeah, he would say things like he needed money, and he would just dying laughing.
Judy Garland never owned a car. It was non sequitur. Why, Mickey? Because they pumped her so full of drugs they killed her. And then he would just look off into space.
Yeah.
I asked him for money, and Joe Lewis, he'd be there studying you. He's getting right up in my face. He's about 4'10". He's going like this right to my face. Joe Lewis, he's slam, man, Joe Lewis. This fire plug will take you out. He referred to himself as a fire plug. Anyway, that's another podcast entirely. But when I first met you, it's kind of interesting. I had dinner with you because David's very social and I'm a homebody.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know what you did. I just thought you were funny and a really nice guy. And then I went home and looked you up and went, my God, this is my brother from another mother.
I mean, it's an honor that you think that. That's
well,
awesome.
it's the evidence is on YouTube. Watch it. It's like extraordinary acidy stuff. The Stallone doing the way you do Stallone now. It's like a character as well. There's a sweetness to him, kind of.
Yeah, it's different than he's actually seen it, which is funny. We've had Frank Stallone on the show.
Oh, really?
And it's really cool because some people like impressions, some people don't like.
Why did you find that Stallone, that particular Stallone? You just started doing it, and then
it's like really like the punchy Stallone, He's just really stupid. He's like confident, confident,
but
stupid.
super sincere.
Confident stupidity.
Confident stupidity. I just did like I had him do. He like makes little movies, and the last one, which got demonetized, everything gets demonetized that I put out. But he's like doing a documentary on 9/11. But it was like the day we got 9/11.
Yeah, that's it.
The first building got 9/11.
What about this? Kyle and I joke about like if he goes on dates, or we're obviously both older in our twilight years,
mature,
back 9,
You're mature.
And when we're out, I remember I was with. Said Rick, our friend. All my friends are my age. So if we were in Las Vegas and we sat at this booth and this girl came. She was our hostess. So they like to blab, and then the manager sends her, go talk to those guys. So she just sits with us, but no one invites her. She just sits there. She's 21. She's like, hey guys, so if you're in Vegas, I'm like, yeah, that's a safe bet. And then she doesn't have much to say. And so she goes, where are you staying? We're like, oh, at the Mirage. And she goes, oh, fun. That's the one that's got a big fountain. She doesn't know anything. And then my buddy goes, I was there when they built the Mirage. I was there opening night. She's like, huh? I go, Rick, quit advertising how fucking old we are. Like, built the Mirage. She doesn't even know that it was ever built. She goes, what? And he goes, yeah. And I go, oh, yeah. And we were at, he goes, remember the dunes before they blew it up? I go, Rick, it's getting worse. I go,
the monkeys were better than the Beatles.
Yeah, he goes, I go, we were at Joey Bishop's 40th at the dunes. Were you there? No, I'm 21 years old, and that was 200 years ago. And we just got to be careful because you've said it before. You slip and say something like, I've got buddies who are like, do you use compression socks? And she's like, huh?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you talking about the oldest things in the world? I even feel old. I go, you don't wear that. And he goes, yeah. And then my other friend's like, if I have like soreness, and she goes, I know my arm hurt yesterday. And he's like, oh, do you think it's arthritis? I go, what?
Like, what?
It's not arthritis. She's 21. Quit saying the oldest, sickeningest words that even I'm at your table going, beat it, old man.
Yeah, he's not good for you.
No,
what's young shtick though? What would you say to appear younger?
No,
like I love.
No, there's no conversation. Yeah. It's just she was doing her job to say hi. But this happens a lot when fans or just anyone comes up and says hi, and then we just catch ourselves having. It's just too old.
You're right. Just references.
The old vibe.
It is hard. My last date that I had, I don't go on many dates because of what happens on them. And she says to me, well, you're a little long in the tooth. And I don't think we were talking about age or anything. And I thought we had and never heard from her.
Yes, that's how it started. We were talking about that.
Long in the tooth. Long in the tooth.
That makes her seem old. That's an old-fashioned.
That is old.
Maybe she was 62 with a nice lift. Yeah.
I went, my dating's not been. I went on a date where the girl was, she showed up different than what her picture was. Just say that. Very different.
Just say different. Yeah, different.
And she gets in the car and she gets nauseous. And every 5 minutes we're pulling over for her to drool out of the car, and then she takes off her shoe and starts rubbing her bare foot like crossed over. Anyway, it's been going well. So anyway, about SNL.
I just want to answer one. I knew a guy who went on a Tinder date with this woman, and I guess she's didn't have a lot of money, but they took her to her sushi restaurant, and she just kept saying, I want to stab it. I want to stab it. So she had a fork. She was just stabbing the sushi.
What do you mean, just a little piece of sushi?
Yeah, I want to stab it.
I'll tell you one last story of when my waiter, who's German, there was a picture of me kissing a girl in a pool that was secretly taken or whatever, but it was kind of all over the place because it just was a weird match of people, me and her. Actually, it was just weird because she was cute and I'm gross.
That was her friend.
That's really the headline. Mm-hmm. And so my waiter goes,
not according to Daily Mail.
So it's definitely very weird. You know, like I obviously am aware of it and it's weird. And then about a week later, the guy goes, hey, he knows me.
Yeah.
How was your vacation, huh? I go, okay. And he goes, a little pool party, huh? I go, yeah. He goes, a little fun in the sun, huh? I go, yeah. And he goes, yeah. I saw pictures of you kissing a girl. I know what you're talking about. He goes, oh, why do they make you so fat in that? And I go, what do you mean? He goes, you get out of the pool. It's like, I didn't know you were kind of fat, but why do you want that picture? I go, I don't want that. What are you talking about?
Pick them.
I go, that's what a paparazzi is. They take 100 pictures of you and find the grossest one. And then they got a jeweler's loop and they go, he looks fat and gross here. We got a winner. Run with it. And then someone runs it to the press room. But he goes, no, I wouldn't pick he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
He goes, no, I wouldn't pick that one because, you look kind of fat and you want to look good. I go, why aren't you listening? You don't understand what I'm saying. He goes, no.
We need to get we need to get a lot of people out of your life.
No, that guy, he's all right.
Let's put on Speedos. The three
Everyone
of
just
us.
makes.
Go to the beach.
I'm an easy
promenade
target.
around, and then run to the web and see if Daily Mail.
All right, SNL audition. That's all.
SNL audition. Okay.
At this point, let's just say you're a seasoned stand-up, and you probably do pretty much any accent and at least 50.
Have you done Amy Schumer's show yet at this point? You've done any of that stuff, writing?
No, I had done Cedric, which was a sketch show, but I never worked on any. There was no reason to really work on any impressions or characters because I wasn't doing it on YouTube and there was no money in doing it.
Right.
I was doing stand-up and doing...
just
and you do just straight stand-up.
Yeah, I was doing straight stand-up.
Extremely funny as well.
Yeah. Thank you. I always feel like
kids.
square peg into doing stand-up. Like I'm trying to do scenes and stand-up.
That was the same with me.
Yeah?
I was always, I didn't realize that till later. No wonder it was difficult in a honky-tonk bar. Show us your dick,
Yeah, right.
I am a French waiter. Now I'm trying to, so.
Yeah. So what I did was I just made a random tape of impressions and sent it in, not even thinking, because nothing was going on and I was broke. And somehow they were like, flew me out and decided that I would audition. And it felt like way too big suddenly. It was like the next day I was flying out and I'm trying to write the thing and I'm really, really nervous. And I'm in a hotel for 2 days just running it. And you got like, here's my 6 minutes or whatever. Trying to get it correctly on time, which is the wrong, mind. I know I'm in the wrong mind frame. And I get there and it was 30 of us. It was Nick.
30?
Yes, 30 people. Nick Kroll was there.
Okay.
And he was talking about that.
Yeah.
And he was with John Mulaney, who looked really young. I was like, hey, how old? I was like, do I know you? He's like, no, I'm 5. I'm this many. So I was like, this guy's not going to make it.
I've never heard of John Mulaney. Let me absorb that. I'm 5. He made jokes about how young.
He does. He looked real, really young.
Crazy for the high school.
So he's auditioning too.
So
he's auditioning.
Isn't this
really
the
good
same
people.
night or day as Nick Kroll?
Nick Kroll.
Okay.
30 people.
30
people.
That's a death march.
And I'm just like white knuckling, and I'm just like, please not first. I just don't want to go first.
Yeah.
Let someone else.
So you can
figure
hear. Can
this
you
out.
hear?
No.
Was this in 8H?
I think people could actually. No, we were in the Conan studio because they were doing the
6A.
Olympics.
Yeah, 6th floor, Rockefeller Center. Got you.
But they're like, first up is Kyle Dunnigan. And I was like,
Out of 30?
Yeah, I know. What are the odds of that? 3% odds? 3.3% odds. So I went into you can do this. Hey,
You got this.
You got this, buddy.
Right.
But I'm having trouble.
He didn't have this.
Go ahead. Spoiler. So they're miking me up, which is nerve-wracking in itself when someone's miking you. And the camera guy's like, I'm going to count you in 3, 2, 1. You'll write
I'm getting
your
nervous.
stuff.
This is so well told.
Crew guys have too much power
the
to
mic
ruin
thing
it.
and all the okay,
mic.
kid.
Yeah.
Is that good for you? Do you like it right
And
there?
they're not nervous at all. And
Where do you
the
want your
biggest thing
radio
in
pack?
life.
You want it right in your pocket?
Yeah,
It's all
exactly.
these questions you
Front
don't
or
want
the
to think
back?
about.
Like,
Yeah.
So he goes, I'm going to count you right into your stuff. 3, 2, 1. You go right into your stuff. So he said to me, my stuff. So I had that locked in my head. So I walk out, and the camera's in front of me, and Lauren and everybody are to the left, and I'm just staring at the camera.
Oh, no.
Sick.
Any applause at all? No, just silence.
Nothing's happening.
You just walk out.
Nothing's happening. And then Lauren goes, hello? Like, hello? Say hello to us. We're over here. And I go, oh, hello. Hi. And I turn back to the camera, and more dead silence. And the guy's not counting me in, you know? And then Lauren says something.
Oh, no.
I'm already on thin ice, and it's just crushed me through the ice into the water. He goes, are you okay?
Whoa.
And then I start trying to tell him the guy. I go, well, he said 3, 2. He knows he's about to get tattled on, so he counts me in, and the red light goes on. And I'm just destroyed. I can't get to any facility or impression. My brain's like, look, all hands on deck to make this guy pass out. Drop the Bill Maher. We're not doing any of that. We're just going to breathe. You know, Caitlin, or you know, whatever. She wasn't alive. It wasn't alive. She wasn't. Anyway, that made no sense. So I can't even. They brought a piano out for me. I can't play the piano. Like I'm just plunking on it.
What's wrong with you?
And every impression sounds the same. I'm like, this is Chris Hansen. I'm Chris Hansen. This is blah blah. And I'm sort of outside myself. And then I walk out like I just got beat up. And then the producers go to everybody else. Guys, when you go out there, say hi to Lauren. Okay?
Oh.
And so everyone after me
so how
was
not
like,
to do
hi.
it.
Yeah. Anyway.
And be funny.
It's fine.
How many were
It's
out
fine.
there? There's Lauren was like 10 people.
There's probably 10 people.
And they were
yeah.
sort of to your left and the camera was center.
Yeah, I didn't know
so
where
you
to
didn't know where
look.
it played.
Yeah, I didn't know where. I don't know if it was good to them or the camera, but the camera guy, it seemed like that was the thing to do.
Yeah.
But
what was your Bill Maher there?
Okay, people. Do you think you're one of those people?
Well, let's hear Bill Maher.
Yeah,
Go
keep
on.
going. I love it.
And no one, does anyone else do him?
I don't think.
To me, your hook was the okay.
Okay, people.
Yeah.
Okay.
People,
But
and
whiny,
okay.
whiny. You think
Do
you're
you
this
really
and that.
think you don't? You're wrong. Church lady, do you think there's a magic man in the sky? There's not. Okay.
Okay. It's sustaining the okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eve was a pig. She was made out of ribs. Okay.
Because he admonishes his audience so directly. You think this and you think that.
Yeah.
It's
Everything sounds sarcastic. You think you're good?
I bet even if he was trying to be sincere,
There we go.
Yeah, I'm sort of like that, where people think I'm not.
I'm like
sincere.
that.
him
1000%.
ordering frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
I'll have the rum raisin because it's delicious. Okay.
I'll have the Go-Gurt.
What
I'll have
impressions
it
did
to
you do on
go.
SNL audition?
Yeah.
The attempted.
I did. Chris Hansen was big at the time. You
How
know,
does
the
he
guy
go?
was
Can you
like,
do him now? You're not nervous now?
Yeah, he was the guy from To Catch a Predator.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
He's trying to have sex with little girls. His screen name was, yep, you guessed it, Boner 95. He was trying to have sex.
He does like 9 notes in the one word sex.
Yeah.
He goes,
Sex. Sex.
Yeah,
with
he's
girls.
so lascivious. He's got a new show on I was watching. It's just, everything is so cryptic.
and it's come out he's kind of a criminal, sort of, which is interesting.
Plot
Yes.
thickening.
Just quietly.
Yes. Yeah.
And what was your one that never failed that you couldn't get to that day with Lauren watching?
None of them sounded like any of them.
Oh, you really couldn't get in the voice from nerves.
Yeah, I was so shell shocked. It's almost like if you're afraid of bees and there's bees around you. I couldn't even begin to get to my voice.
It's really so inefficient this thing because Steve Carell when he auditioned for the show I did in '96.
yeah, that was great.
He came in and he was really nervous.
Yeah,
And he wasn't really doing well. But I was such a horrible auditioner that later I looked at his tape And of course, Louis and Smigel loved him too, but it was like, oh no, he was just nervous. Didn't mean a thing to me.
It would be almost better if you put it on tape and sent it in, because then you just do it on your own time, your own speed. You get it the best it is.
I know. I think so. And I hear that they do try to rattle you. I know Nick was saying that so maybe they do, but they, Lauren, if you're listening, you don't have to. Everyone's really nervous. You're already really nervous. And I get it's a live show. You better be able to handle it. And there's an argument for that. Like, I wasn't ready to do that.
It's funny, when I don't remember this, but Louis C.K., when he auditioned, I think he auditioned where we did maybe Catch Rising Star, one of those places, stand-up comedy club, where me and Robbie Schneider did. And when I was on the other side of it, it was like, oh, there's auditions tonight if anybody wants to go, like Marcy would say, you guys. And so a bunch of us went down, because I was still a writer also and performer.
Early 90s.
Had no pull, but I don't know if it was Lauren, but it was maybe that first one is everybody else. Maybe it's Lauren, but it's still scary. Smigel, Downey, Frank, and all of us. And then a bunch of scattered writers and producers. And then Louis said he was going on, and we were walking in when they introduced him. And he said, I shushed everyone to be quiet so he could start. I don't remember that, but it sounds about right that you would go, I just did this 2 years ago. And I know how sick he is backstage, going, oh no, I got to go on. And then they're like, you're up there, like, well, they're not here yet. And then they go, ladies and gentlemen, and they go, oh, they're coming in. And you're like, wait, that's exactly like a horrible situation. What do? Do you not start? Your best jokes are at the top. No one's listening.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I'll get a vodka soda. Do you guys have potato skins? And you're like, no, just listen right now. It's the only part you need to hear. And then we can do whatever.
At one point, Lauren did stop me. I got to be seen in a comedy club, but I also did the thing you did with like 8 people there. Is that all you've got, or is that pretty much?
That's what he said?
Yeah. But I thought later it was to see if I would blink, But I had a rough childhood. I know yours was a peaches and cream.
It really was.
So I had a lot of anger in me that I would translate into competitiveness. Like sometimes, I had a little bit of like, okay.
I saw that audition that you're talking about. Yeah. It's online somewhere, and you were really funny. I remember that, and I remember thinking, "Wow, that's really tough." You were like, I remember there was like a microphone, like, "Oh, penis!" Oh, you started doing Robin Williams. Oh, penis! Penis!
Penis! Oh, look. Yeah, that was an easy one to do. Yeah. I felt like I kind of bombed. I felt very nervous, but part of stand-up and show business is hiding nerves, right?
Yeah,
just that's it.
Well, because I think his argument is, well, when it's live to the world, we don't need you freezing up.
I think that's a legit thing for him to do.
It's sort of true.
I just think that if the government mandated that you would do Saturday Night Live, you would have flourished, because you get desensitized. It just takes time.
There's also, once you have a job, some people, and I think I'm like that. Once I have a job, I relax. It's more like they trying to get the job.
Because it's just there's Lauren. This is thing, and I came on. There was just the original cast, and then there's the Billy Crystal, Eddie Murphy years. So the legacy was only 10 years old. So people coming in now, it's like 45 years of comedians and pitchers.
Yeah.
Here's what you got to compete with.
Yeah. I think you saved the show, because
I love you, Kyle.
No, I mean, I really, if you think about that show was dead. I mean, no, you elevated it.
You saved it again.
You're the funniest guy.
Time.
You kind of ruined on the air.
It's at the baton, but I was like, here, Adam, here, Chris, here, David.
Yeah. I can't even argue that Dana was so good on there. I want to.
Also, that time, I don't remember anyone talking about it. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. was in the cast.
In 85, yeah.
Did you overlap with him?
No, I was right after that Purge year.
Weird cast.
Where Madonna did the cold opening, my first show, saying that last year was just a dream. It never happened.
Oh, is that what she did? Yeah, because it was like, going to Iron Man for your laughs. He's great, but
I was nervous as hell, and I had shitty shows, and it was just, you do get used to it, but there is an aggression to it. It's a rock and roll show. It's like aggressive.
It was scary being an extra, and they're like counting down, and all the extras get nervous. I thought I'd really made it or something, and they sent all the extras into the Donahue room, and they're like, "You stay in here. You don't look at the cast in the eye.
Yep.
We're going to come in here every 20 minutes and beat you with a stick." And you could feel like, I
remember when Kyle came right up to me and he said, "Hey, you accidentally switched me in the booth during Gap Girls, and can you just go ahead and fix that? Because it's harder for me to be on camera." Actually, you were in one of my favorite Gap Girls ever. sketches I ever did.
I know. It's funny. I have a memory of being there.
It's unreal.
And
That
that's
was-
pretty
So you were there
interesting.
as David's friend? You
I
were
was
friends at that
No,
point?
I didn't know him.
Or didn't know him?
I was in the booth with him.
Yeah.
No, you were in the booth, not with us, but you were in the booth right on
I was
camera.
with your friend.
Oh, with
I was
my
your
buddy. Yeah,
friend.
that's what you said.
Yeah, we just flip-flopped sides to the back of my head.
I'm sure he iced you once and he was on camera. He said once Farley sat down, though, his acting career was 100% over because it was funny. Then
Yeah.
Farley shifted or something and it was like an eclipse.
Yeah.
It's over.
Arnold said that about Danny DeVito. You never get Danny, never have him sit down because he loses the energy. You got to keep Danny on his feet.
Keep him on his feet. You got to pump him up. Yeah.
Oh, you must do Arnold, of course. Who
A little
can't
bit.
you do? Who do you want to do?
Who are your favorites
I
that
can't
you
do
do?
you guys.
Did you do anything on Amy
Hi,
Schumer?
no one can do my voice.
Hi,
I have a blank voice.
I'm
I'm Dana
Dana.
Carvey.
No,
He has
we're
a
boring.
voice.
He has like
He has
he's
kind of
got
a
something.
cool
It's like a throwaway thing that I start to do and I don't think about it.
doing
I'll
him.
throw away a thing.
Can you
which
get
is
to
a
his
good-
timbre though? Because he has kind of a. This is David Spade. Everybody.
Mm.
He has kind of a timbre that's a lower register.
It's more of a laziness.
It's more of a laziness.
because my jaw always hurts in
jaw
my neck,
is-
so I don't move my mouth.
Yeah.
Does
anymore.
that get you
hurts
down
my
in
jaw,
there?
it hurts
Hey,
my-
ladies,
No,
what's
it's
up, girls?
just sexy.
It's
There's
just
only one
sexy.
word to describe it.
It's
when you were on
fair.
Amy Schumer, you were a writer, and did you? We'll get you out of here soon. I know
Yeah,
you gotta
what's
run.
Amy Schumer
Was
like?
was it fun to be a writer on that? Was it a good? You wrote some good sketches. It was pretty much a heyday for her show, right?
It was
Yeah.
a big show.
Big show.
Yeah, it was a really good schedule too because we come in and have like really basic pitches. Like this is a guy who owns a hamburger shop, but he's afraid of hamburgers or whatever. That'd be your whole pitch. You bring in 5, and then they go, "Okay, right, scared hamburger guy," and this other sketch. And we'd go home for 3 days and we'd send it in on Thursday.
Oh, really?
And then on Friday we get notes and then we'd fix it. So it's like we lived lives.
Oh, you didn't
Which is
just
smart
sit there and
because then we had I think we
soak
wrote
and
better
sweat
stuff.
and fear like we did.
Mhm.
So you got trained to be a sketch writer on that show. But they hired you from your stand-up, or how did? Or
Yeah,
you just networked
she just
in?
hired me from stand up.
So there was no crazy audition with Amy
No,
there going.
no.
Did you worm
You
your
don't
way
want to
on?
audition me. I don't know if you've heard what happens. Yes.
What? What are you talking about?
I
We
get a
want to
little
trend.
nervous.
We never trend.
Yeah.
No, but she's funny, man.
What'd
We
you
would
say?
love you to be on the show, Amy.
Yeah. Did you get on the show? Did you do anything on the show?
Yeah, originally it was I was on a few things.
Okay. Could you have a softer answer? And then
I was
what
on
about
stuff.
He goes, I was.
We're going to
Hi, I was on the show.
We'll
and
be
then one
right
time
back.
I got on.
What was the highlight so far then? Because when did you just fucking destroy at a club or a gig that you went, okay? Because I've seen some, I think you were at Toronto Comedy Festival or Montreal, and you're destroying just stand up.
You saw me there?
No, I saw it on YouTube.
Oh.
I mean, it was kind of destruction. I
Oh,
remember
really?
it being.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, stand up.
Have you ever destroyed? Or are you not remembering this?
Dana said I just destroyed.
Yeah.
I think you must have destroyed because I look at the talent
Yeah.
and then I think of the number of times on stage. I mean, what are the odds?
Dana's rolling
He's
the dice.
got it.
You
No, but
killed a couple years ago somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going to follow you. If we go out on a little
No, I
fun
won't.
night, David likes to hit the clubs,
Yeah,
and meet
hit
the
it.
girls.
No.
And then after that was Kyle Dunnigan, and now Dana Farfo, the living museum piece. That's what I feel. He's
your-
still alive. Let's bring him out. No, you do. The longer you stay around, you become a museum piece.
I followed Seinfeld the other
Can I
day.
get a picture, dude?
Seinfeld goes, I'm going to go do some new stuff. I go, all right. And I'm like, oh, this is great news. Maybe he'll bomb, you know.
You're going to follow Jerry Seinfeld?
It was just at the Improv. He just came
Yeah.
up and he goes, I'm going to do a set. You want to go on or do you want me to go on? I go, why don't you go and then you can get out of here. And we shot the shit for a little bit. He was going to try some stuff. And then when I followed him, I go, I think that stuff's working. I don't know. I think it's done. He fixed it. It's not really amateur hour.
No one works harder than
Yeah,
him.
he's too
Or
good.
Louis as well, but just as far as just writing,
Oh, I
writing
know.
and writing.
Workhorse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the Comedy Cellar, and it was Jerry Seinfeld went up, then Robin Williams, and then Chris Rock, and then I was next.
This is
Well, that would be a tough
after Robin died, before? When was this?
It was just after he died.
That's a tough spot.
It was a tough spot.
Oh, look.
look at this little
Kyle
one.
Dunnigan. Oh, the leprechaun man.
All right, my last story. We represent.
The lollipop you.
No, Robin was, the fly.
I was doing
Felicity on acid. This
the
is a Frisbee.
Improv,
Yes.
And they said, I hosted it a lot when I was in the beginning, before SNL and all that, just to get on stage. I mean, of course, they go, Bud would say, David, why don't you,
Bud
do you want to stay out of the halls?
yeah.
Don't stand in the halls. And he goes, do you want to host one night? It's not about the money, it's the honor. And I was like, all right, do I get a pineapple chicken dinner at least? Because I'd have to eat there because I have no money.
Yeah.
So I was, now and then they'd have a showcase night. So they had me do 7 minutes for Star Search or, whoever. And I'm standing there waiting. And it's a good crowd. It's packed. And I'm next. And the guy's finishing up. He got the light. And then behind me, I hear, her. Touch shoulder, David Spade. Yeah. And I go, oh, hey, Robin. I don't know Robin really well at all. I met him through Bobcat. And I go, oh, hey. And then it hit me. You're not fucking going to go on, right? And he goes, I'm just going to jump on real quick. I go, of course. And then he went on, did 45. And he annihilated, raped, and pillaged. And while I was like a salmon because he walked off and the whole crowd left with him, and I was trying to get to the stage.
Into the street.
Yeah.
Like the Pied Piper.
Yeah. I was like, excuse me, pardon me, like Bugs Bunny. And I finally get to the stage. There's about 18 people out of the whole club. And all the people I went to see me left. They're like, it's not going to get any better than that.
I had one run-in with Bud where I was the comic strip in New York and I was eating Chinese food. And he goes, hey, can I have a little bit of that? And I go, no. And he goes, I don't know who you are, but you'll never work in L.A.
And who
I thought he was joking. I thought he was joking back. And he may have been joking. I still don't know this day. But
who was talking to you?
Bud Friedman. He runs
was
all
in
the
New York?
improvs.
And you iced him?
Comic strip. Yeah, I thought we were kind of
Take it
joking,
outside.
but
I
think
did
he
him
really
on
wanted
SNL.
it.
Didn't
Take
do
it
very well.
outside.
Take it outside. Take it outside. And the monocle. It kind of bombed, but just for the fans listening, Robin Williams, I got to know him really well the last 5-10 years of his life because he moved out to Marin where I was raising my kids. Played a little local theater. Yeah, this shyest, sweetest. The dichotomy between the powerhouse on stage, and to me, it's like Elvis charisma because he was so introverted, so shy, and so deferential. Called everyone boss. Okay, boss. All right, boss. And then he would go on stage, and he had such likability. And to me, he was like a Shakespearean actor coming on stage as if he had nothing. So he created this whole, because he was always saying, oh, did I take anything from you? He was always making amends. I said, no, I tried to be you. I stole your whole act,
Yeah.
And
he walks on like he's got nothing, and then he's even the improv. It's a Rolodex of like, if I think of this, I do have a joke about that.
Yeah, right.
If you say this,
and his commitment, he'd pick up a little plastic thing. Oh, flying saucer. There was just one time, I think it was Albert Brooks. It said, Robin, it's okay. Because when Robin would get on, he couldn't stop himself.
Yeah.
Anyway.
all right. Well, enough about Kyle. Let's Kyle,
let's start.
thank you
let's
for
start
coming
the
on.
podcast. I'm warmed up.
Kyle did a great job, and Kyle's a guy you got to check out on YouTube.
Kyle's done again. Okay, compliment alert.
Good.
If you like comedy, you got to go on Kyle Dunnigan YouTube channel.
KyleDunnigan.com or
.com?
or yeah, that's
.com.
KyleDunnigan.
KyleDunnigan.com.
I wear your merch hoodie.
And I've sold a couple since.
Oh, really?
that.
There's a plethora.
I love it.
And what is your latest favorite voice? Is it Biden? Because he's so current now? Or
Yeah, Alec Baldwin. Also Alec Baldwin.
yeah, that's a
Is,
really interesting take. Can we have a little bit of to finish off today? Our little impression cavalcade. Hey, Alec Baldwin, how you doing?
Doing well. We're thinking of finishing Rust, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. My wife,
There we go. There's our trend.
Ilaria. She was born in España in a little town known as Boston, Massachusetts.
Well, what does Elon Musk think of this?
Wait, what's the kid?
It's pretty cool. Rust is probably going to be a pretty cool movie.
Impressionist jukebox.
Doesn't Alec Baldwin's wife have another little baby named Ilaria?
They're all called Ilaria.
They all
I
are.
have 19
But
children.
it's not an H, it's an I. It's Ilaria.
It's Ilaria, and there's Lilaria, and there's Hilaria.
Ilaria.
Okay.
He did a Instagram where he went off on.
I love my children. Sure, I'd like to be playing poker with the guys sometimes, or going to a film, or seeing an opera, or playing golf,
And he listed for 20 minutes. He goes,
100 things he'd rather do.
What's your Trump? What do you do with Trump?
So terrific. My Trump, it's the best Trump. It's gotta be the most fantastical Trump.
it's really not, but it's like silly. It's like exaggerated. I did him before.
Before he
was
ran.
present
Yeah.
stuff. but it never got better. There's people who do it. That guy on SNL does it really, really well.
Yeah, his is
I do trans Trump. Trans Trump.
What is that like?
Don't ask.
It's the same. Yeah, don't ask.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's just he's trying to get elected for the next 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we'll just end there. Listen, thank you so much, Carvey.com.
I was going to do Trump applying chapstick. We're going to put it on. We're going to put a lot of on. Let me tell you, the lips are going to get soft. You're going to love them like you wouldn't believe.
Cherry grape,
on top.
all different flavors.
I like the hand.
Ray Liotta, the late,
flavors.
great, brilliant Ray Liotta. How do you do Ray Liotta?
Fucking Chantix. You know, it was that Chantix commercial. I did a thing where he's like,
how about the smoke?
Yeah, try fucking Chantix. Why would you want to quit smoking? Why would you do that? Why would you want to quit smoking?
See, it works.
How would Sylvester Stallone sum up? I hate when people do this to me.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Sum up the podcast, Stallone.
I like the beginning when everyone said Kyle was funny. Then the beginning got a little weird when Kyle was talking. And then the end was nice when people said Kyle was funny.
That's a good summary. All right, everyone grab a protein bar on the way out.
Enjoy
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate
Kyle.
it. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Hey, what's up, flies? What's up, fleas? What's up, people that listen? We want to hear from you and your dumb questions.
Questions, ask us anything. Anything you want.
You can email us at flyonthewall@cadence13.com. Who's the next question from, Dana?
Let's see here. It's Samantha Washburn. Samantha Washburn.
I like she goes, here's my dumb question.
Funny already.
Yeah, she's playing along with how we do it. Do you try to hang out, talk with certain friends before performing or appearing on something to get you in a funny mood? Or do you just spring out of bed every morning and start cracking yourself up with your own jokes? This just keeps going. Are there people in your life that bring out your funniest version of you? Who? Rack 'em.
I love it. That's a reference for people who don't know. It was almost going to be the title of this podcast. It was David's idea, and it's based on when you're a great pool shark, you say rack 'em.
Yeah, you hit the last one in and you go rack 'em.
You get all the,
like you just nailed it.
All the billiard balls going.
So if you nail a joke, you go rack 'em.
So that's funny.
She didn't use it in the perfect sense, but I like that she used it because
she started with "Here's my dumb question" and ended with
funny.
"Rack 'em." In between, not so good.
No, it was very good, Samantha. She gets it all. Okay, but
Sam Washburn.
So Dana, this is a good question. Now, I will say I do try to surround myself with funny people. Even, I don't say even females, but if I date someone, I like when they're light on their feet or just laughers or fun. Nothing too serious or heavy because there's enough of that in the world. So Dana makes me laugh. We're having dinner tonight, and it makes me laugh.
Yeah, we are. You're going to come late.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so funny because you're the only one that goes to dinner earlier than me, which is shocking.
I know. You like to get a big steak and fries and then lay down to go to sleep at night. I like to be kind of empty. I can't sleep. I can't eat and go to sleep. And I have farmer's hours.
I poo in my car on the way home.
Jeez, you're sharing.
My car.
I thought that was a private thing you wanted to tell me, and now it's beamed out.
I like when I get a little gross, and Dana goes, "Oh boy." Okay, so let's get back to this. Dana's wife is very funny, and she's exactly that. She's light on her feet.
She has an incredible sense of humor. That she's a human laugh machine, but it's real. So it's
puts me in a good mood. When I go to Dana's and she's there, she laughs. She's funny. She adds funny things, and she just gets all the whole thing. And she just like talking to other comedians. And I do like being around people like that. I don't wake up cracking up, but sometimes I do laugh.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Isn't it embarrassing?
That's healthy. But there's two things here. There's one is before performing. I don't think the only thing that gets me turned on is when I go out to an audience and I get a big laugh. And then I'm immediately into the mode of being funny. In life, though, hanging out with you or Lovitz or Dennis Miller or any of our rowdy friends, a funny person starts making you laugh and then you kind of bounce back. So that's
right. Some people just drop your energy. They don't have to be hilarious, but some people are just almost the opposite. Like for some reason you walk away feeling woozy or you just feel like in a bad mood or you're kind of down, and that's just a chemistry thing. So yeah. Anyway, long story short, rack 'em. This has been a podcast presentation of Cadence 13. Please listen, then rate, review, and follow all episodes. Available now for free wherever you get your podcast.
No joke, folks. Fly on the Wall has been a presentation of Cadence 13, executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Chris Corcoran of Cadence 13, and Charlie Finan of Brillstein Entertainment.
The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman, with production and engineering support from Serena Regan and Chris Basil of Cadence 13.
David, this is kind of interesting because I was reading an article about nostalgia for the 90s and in specific Y2K, and it also referenced the movie of our guest, Kyle Mooney, did a feature film called Y2K, where he kind of reenacts the styles, the telephones, the media, what was the web like then, everything. So
it plays on the fears we all had when it was turning from 1999 to 2000, and the word on the street was computers wouldn't understand that, and they would all shut down at the same time. And what would we do? I do know someone that went to Hawaii thinking that was like a deserted island and saying, I'm just going to go to Hawaii. Like, by the way, Hawaii is like going to, Boston. It's the same big buildings, lots of electricity.
Yeah. So it's got a Best Buy and a Ralph's.
So they weren't really escaping, So I don't know what I'm saying. So, so he's an interesting guy, was on SNL and
for 9 seasons.
Yeah, 9 monster seasons. And he had we talked a lot about that. We talked about his movie. And he also did sketches before that. He does a lot of improv. He's actually a very interesting character. He's not just sort of a run-of-the-mill comic or improver. He's got a lot of smart guy.
Dry, quirky, good neighbor was the first time I saw him on YouTube. We talk all about that and how he sort of adapted his style of comedy to the rock and roll sporting type event that Saturday Night Live is. And that was very interesting to me. And he wrote and directed this movie for A24. So
and it's SNL's a little more to the world and not just specifically to like a sliver of an interesting improv group. You can get away with more just if you're like a hardcore comedy fan on some things. And then sometimes you go to SNL and you've got to broaden it just a little bit, even though SNL does praise very weird bits. You know what I mean? Very different. Very
with the live show on the soundstage and stuff. Sometimes some sketches are more performative. There's a word. And some are writer driven. They do more films now, or videos and stuff. So you can be a little quirkier, drier and stuff like that. But he had a great run. He has a lot of fans. He has his own lane of comedy, his own style. And this is a horror comedy. So I'm sure it's going to be
horror.
Horror.
It's the hardest word.
Horror is the hardest word. And if you say it to a loved one and it comes out wrong, you're in the doghouse for a week. Honey, do you want to go see that horror film? And if she didn't get the part.
It's as bad as saying, does this place have any booths? Does your restaurant have booths?
Yeah.
Booths? What do you say, Dana? Booths or booths?
I went to a horror film, and before that, we went to a restaurant and sat in the booths.
And it was February.
And we went and we watched clips of the movie interstitially. Everybody sounds drunk when they say these words. I went to a horror film and has some booze. It's either Tom Brokaw or a very inebriated gentleman.
Well, here he is. So you're going to like Kyle Mooney and have a good time with them.
Enjoy him. I made a mistake. The last show at SNL, Lauren, during the meeting, he's on the stage. He goes, Dana, you look like you're reading the cards.
Did he really?
And I said, the reason I look like I'm reading the cards is because I am reading the cards.
Yeah, King Tut. Stay out of my business.
You know, on SNL,
I was there, Dan. I saw it. I saw it in real life, and that was truly the exact interaction.
It was because the card was moving to when they had a single on me and moving back to the double. So that was a little bit, I wasn't used to that.
This is inside baseball, Kyle Mooney.
I'm just saying we fuck up a lot, don't know what we're doing, but you direct movies, you create art. I don't know. We're so excited to have you on here because I was trying to figure out your sense of humor. I'm like, why is it so potent? You know?
I you want me to try to answer that?
Kyle, I don't
know if you could.
Dana doesn't sound serious because he's eating chips or something. It doesn't sound like the most serious. He goes, "You're one of the best."
It relaxes the guest. It relaxes
we're all just hanging out, eating.
It's exactly what I do with my pals. It's always somebody chewing something and then like asking a pretty sincere, vague question, I would say. Yeah.
very, you're potent. Describe your potency.
Yeah, it's kind of at least when I first got to know you is through my kids. It was Good Neighbor. That was like, you got to see this guy. And your gang doing that stuff, and the man on the street. And so playing it so flat real, you know, almost kind of Andy Kaufman-y, but not, I'm not sure. It's your own lane, but it was very, it's such a skill.
That's very sweet. I really appreciate it. And I do remember, I feel like at the 40th, maybe I met you and
I said the same thing.
You had very nice things to say, and it was super meaningful. So I do appreciate it.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of like a showboater out there. I'm like I'm a needy little clown. I'm dancing for my donuts. Isn't that? By the way, I'm rap. You know. So when I see other people going on like a rock and roll show like SNL and going in their own frequency and lane, it's just very interesting. And I don't, you know, comedians like the person outside the boundaries, kind of like you're just sort of doing your own thing. But anyway, I'm sure everyone has said this to you and spoken to you. And
no, I mean, again, it truly does. Any way you say that, it sounds very nice to me because you guys are heroes. So it's really awesome to hear that. I think like the challenge, of course, is like, how do you fit whatever you want to call that, if you want to call it subversiveness or like you said, subtlety, like how do you package that in a way that works for the show, you know?
Right.
Do you feel sometimes it's too far out of bounds? That's a problem. You know, you want something that works, but you want to be innovative.
I do think that like early on, I was probably trying to do too much of exactly what I was doing on YouTube and on our internet videos. I think over time I was able to sort of like better manipulate it so that like it maybe fit more in sort of a consumable box, you know what I mean? And that was the fascinating thing for me. I think always was like, just, I'm sure this goes with everybody, and so many people have said this, but just like what hits and what doesn't, because sometimes that stuff would play, and like we did a couple of those internet interview videos, and they did work well, but some of the stuff is too non-jokey and too dry or something for the audience, and it gets nothing.
Well, that is the great thing about Good Neighbor is you guys were like pirates doing your own thing. Like you just make your little pieces of work and you put them on YouTube. But yeah, to SNL, I think it happens to anybody, whatever their sensibility, but the audience discovering you on SNL happened over a period of time. So they knew your kind of vibe, and they would start to just be happy when they'd see you, right? At some point you got famous.
Think so. And well, yeah, I mean, I feel like, yes, you do. I did start to notice it. And definitely, I feel like it was in probably the latter half of my time there. I remember there was a monologue. I did a piece with Chance the Rapper. He had a monologue, and like we both, it was a rap written by Dan Bola about.
It's always Bola.
Yeah, exactly. It's always Bola. It was about like Chicago and the second city, and it was, Chance said like, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Mooney or something like that. And there was like an applause and like a sense of recognition, even though I'd already been on the show, but it still felt like, oh, okay, you do know me to some degree. And that was really special. And even when, I was back a couple of weeks ago and I saw you, Dana, like the audience was very sweet. And so at some point it happens. I don't know. It's sort of invisible. I don't know if you know when that moment is, but it is absolutely comforting for sure.
It's super nice. I mean, you came out on during the monologue and then there's just this roar, it's just like and for me, people always say this thing, are you a fan of this person or a fan of that person? If I see someone on TV and they make me laugh really hard, only one time, I would call myself a fan.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're doing it multiple times over 9 years,
most people never make you laugh.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
comedians,
agree. I feel, and this is not me trying to
go ahead.
Turn this conversation into promotion for the movie we're putting out.
No, we definitely want to talk about the movie.
Well, we don't have to. Okay,
we have no outline and no. So let's just go wherever
anything else other than the movie. Go ahead.
But I will say, okay, it's called Y2K. Friday, December 6th is when it comes out. It's about 2 high schoolers going to a party in '99 and Y2K actually happening. But what I was going to say was that I think there are laughs in it. And I've obviously been to screenings of it and there are moments that get laughs. And to me, I feel the same way. I feel like if I go to a comedy movie and I laugh hard once, that is a win.
It's such a fucking miracle. It's so funny you say that because
totally.
You can watch things and people nod and they go, that was pretty funny. And you go, you didn't even laugh. And you go, no, it was good.
Right.
Or you pitch a joke at like read through or rewrites. And they go, yeah, that'll work. And I go, wait a second. Nobody laughed.
Yeah, you didn't respond at all.
Yeah, I just go, it'll work for who? The others? The cattle? That's true, though. One laugh, if you can get like a trailer with, like, I remember this is an example of just Schneider doing Deuce Bigalow. He was upside down. You remember that? And he swings on like a upside down thing to stretch. And he hits an aquarium. Hey, fucking put it in the trailer. You don't ruin the movie. Anyway, he gets a big laugh. That sold the whole movie because you go, oh, that made me laugh. That's the kind of movie it is. It's goofy and off the wall. But it's hard to even get one laugh. So I get what you're saying. You get if someone makes you laugh, now you're in. They crack the code. Now you go, okay, I'll pay attention now.
Yes. And speaking to what you're talking about, like that, pitching something and it's sort of being like, yeah. I mean, I think you nailed it. And I feel like so many of us have probably experienced that in any sort of comedy writing room when you're talking to somebody like, yeah, man, funny. It's funny. Just saying the word funny, but not eliciting any response. It's very real and something that happens quite often.
Let me ask you a question. So you wrote and directed.
Yeah. I co-wrote it. Yeah. Yeah. My friend Evan, who I went to college with. Yeah.
The USC gang. Yeah. Beck Bennett. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Beck does a voice in it. Yeah.
And what is it about? Because I know for those of the kids that don't know, Y2K was a big deal. It was a big, scary deal.
Yeah.
Is it a scary movie or is it comedy scary or is it not like that?
I think comedy scary is an apt descriptor, I would say. Yeah, it
sounds so dumb the way to say it.
No, this is the first time I've heard anyone say that.
I think horror and comedy go together beautifully.
They're hard to weave, but
I mean, it starts out as like, I would say, attempting to be a pretty classic, iconic teen movie, coming of age movie, comedy in the realm of
fun movie. We got a big party to go to.
Super bad. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I mean, like we were really, there were so many movies in that era that came out that were sort of directed to teens, a la Can't Hardly Wait and stuff, or even the John Hughes movies or whatever.
Sure.
And then at midnight, things, again, Y2K actually happens, machines come together and these robots start terrorizing these kids, essentially.
It's what we all thought. There's a slim chance that could happen. Not a slim. People were saying it's for sure happening.
Yeah, no, my mom was scared for sure.
Yeah, someone I know went to an island. I'm like, what are you going to do there? Harvest coconuts? Do you really want to be alive when everything goes south? Like, why does everyone want to be alive?
And it was going to be supposed to be like chaos, right? Like the Purge or something. Because
computers can't understand going to 00 or something.
Yeah,
and they will all crash.
But it was fine. It was fully nothing, and
it's unreal that it was nothing because I remember sense thinking, what was going to happen. I said, computers don't understand. They don't understand. We only made them to 99. They don't know what to do. I didn't know they were going to attack us like your movie, but they did say they might not work.
So the movie is in theaters right now, by the way.
Yeah,
as
cool.
we speak.
Maybe somebody's seen it that's listening, and I want to say thank you if you made it out. That really means a lot.
Very cool of you. Thank you.
I think I was just curious about in the writing of it. It sounds fun that you're starting out with a 90s comedy and just having all the kind of either tropes or cliches or just having fun with it, right? It's just like this big. So I just wonder how your mind thinks when you're writing, because I would think you're like, there's jokes that are like more hard, simple laughs if someone falls down, that kind of thing. Then there's dry, weird things that go places you don't expect. And then there's the ones that are so off kilter that people who get them bond over them, that they don't necessarily kill, but friends will quote them to each other for long periods of time. Anyway, that seems to be, how much of the process of writing do you get a big bulletin board and you're starting to put up ideas for scenes, kind of like SNL, or how did this one come about?
Initially it was just truly the seed of the idea. I woke up on New Year's Day, 2019, hungover, and just that first like little concept of like, oh, there should be a movie about teens going to a party and like Y2K happens, machines come to get them. I pitched it to my friend Evan, who's a very talented screenwriter and filmmaker. We started riffing on it, and within a week we had essentially the building blocks for what the movie is and what it would be. I think the process was super fun. I think for a variety of reasons. One, like the movie follows essentially these teenagers and they all represent different cliques of the era. So there's like a rap rocker, there's like the popular girl, there's the sort of our lead who doesn't really fit in anywhere. There's like a kid who's really obsessed with underground hip hop. And one, it was like fun. Because I perform as well, like I get to sort of inhabit these characters in the writing process and sort of riff in their voice.
What are you?
What am I in real life? Who am I
in the movie?
In the movie, I play a video store clerk. I knew I wanted to be in it, but I knew I couldn't be like a proper teenager. But in the writing process, I feel like I'm taking over these characters to some degree.
That's interesting, because I would do it the exact same way. I wrote a script with a friend called Idiots and Monsters, and it's, that combination. And I would just get into the characters and just riff, and he was really fast with typing and stuff. Yeah. It's a good way to do it.
It's great. And then the other component is like, I was 15 in 99, Evan was 14. And like you were saying, in terms of the gags and the jokes, there are some like pretty, classic standard visual gags. But then there are like also very specific references to the era that I think like you won't understand really if you were alive. And then there's, I hate to say it, I actually don't even want to say it, but awkward humor, which I get
boner jokes.
There is definitely a boner joke.
Good.
Oh, now you got one ticket right over there. David Phineas Spade.
Did you say there's a babe that everyone loves? Isn't that usually in these movies that the girl everyone's pining over and she doesn't talk to you until this party?
That is Rachel Zegler as Laura in our film. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's a big star.
When you did Brigsby's Bear, there was it became a little sentimental. I mean, there was that other lane underneath the laughs. Do you kind of have that sort of story element in this one too, or is it more just a balls out comedy, or is there a sort of a sweetness or something to how it ties up, or
combo?
Yeah. Give away the movie before people see it.
No. Just tell the ending.
there's definitely yeah, it's weird that I don't want to be the person saying this, but yes, I think that there is heart to it, and like it's essentially really about two best friends and about their friendship and that person that like means so much to you in high school, and that sort of carries through the entire movie, and there's some sort of intense drama associated with it within the movie. But yeah, I mean, like I love Making Brigsby Bear, and it definitely like maybe leans into quote unquote dramedy territory or something like that. But that is something that is exciting to me. And with this movie, like we're certainly going for laughs. We're also going for like, scares, but there are like moments of attempting to like tug at your heartstrings. Whether we're successful about it, I don't know, but absolutely that there is a layer of that. Yeah.
It is interesting. You can go on YouTube and stuff and look at like how do you someone's in a shower and they open the curtain and what's the exact cutting and angle to scare you. But I assume you had a director of photography that would sort of say, okay, here this guy should pop out here. We don't see it. We cut there. I mean, it seems fun. I mean, I think those kinds of things are just exciting to land through.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, our DP was a guy by the name of Bill Pope, who is sort of a legend in his field. He shot The Matrix. He shot Clueless. He shot
Jesus Christ.
All the Edgar Wright movies. So, like, yeah,
shot the sheriff.
But he did not shoot the deputy.
No. That was a big misunderstanding.
So
what about A24 you're putting it out with? That's a big company. You're dialed in.
Oh, well, I really appreciate that, David.
Listen, that's a big deal.
No, you're doing what everybody I talk to when I always do if you had 300 million net, what would you do? Writers who write movies for studios and stuff. Every single one says, oh, low budget indies,
it's
lower
fun.
budgeted indies with total control.
Yeah. A24 has been truly awesome and kind of unlike any studio or company I've ever worked with in the sense that they just are very good at branding and marketing and putting it out there. It's been pretty impressive to see how they've sort of attached themselves to it and I think taken out the things that potentially could pull people to the theaters. It's just been a cool thing to observe.
You know what? Attach themselves is better than saying they're running from it.
They absolutely, and they had there were moments where it felt like maybe they would or could.
No, they seem to the average guy like me that's in the biz barely that they are pretty selective and they don't do that much.
Yeah, they do.
So
they do
good,
quirky
things.
Cool.
Yeah. That's good to
Paul
get
Thomas
in with
Anderson does a lot of stuff with them. So when I saw this, even before I knew you were going to come on our show, I thought, oh, that's cool. Kyle Mooney and A24. I just thought it sounded like a good combo that they would be smart about.
There's a trust,
letting it be. You do your thing, hopefully,
and it would be good. It's not. They don't.
Did you finance it independently and then get with A24? You got with them and they were part of the financing, and that's how you made it, or was it a 2-step process?
No, they were there from the top initially when we had the early iterations of the script. Chris Storer, who created The Bear and is a director and producer, came on to produce. And then later on, Jonah Hill's company, Strong Baby, came on. And at about that same time, A24 came into the fold. And then like once we did like a couple passes, but truly it was one of those situations where once they were involved, things moved fast in a way that it feels like very unique. Like I didn't think that it was going to happen as quickly as it did, and it did, and I truly feel blessed. Yeah,
do you know why it's called A24? I do.
I feel like I read once, but I'm curious.
It's because when you look up a production company in the phone book, they put an A in front of it, so then you'll call them first. You know what I mean, Dana? Like in the old days, in the yellow pages, they put A electrician, and then that's why you call them first, because it's the first one you see alphabetically. It might be.
Now, do you think that Do you really think they're angling for the phone company?
Would that translate to
Lane?
box office?
Am I trying to back out of this joke?
This is what they did. I'm not saying it was the right
I'm saying
choice.
this is 100% fact that they want to be in the white pages. They want to be.
I
at the
know
top
we're
of the
doing a
alphabet.
fun podcast and everything, but I'm not following you, David.
No, that's such a good one, and it just fucking.
No, it's
bombed.
not that.
No, I like
take it to the rewrite table.
It's called an urban myth. But anyway, we'll get through the inside baseball. But how many days shoot did you get?
Yeah, 23.
I'm going to guess 20. Okay. Why?
So you're going to say 23?
No.
Well,
no.
Dana, do you want to guess or no?
Yeah, I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess.
Say 29.
Because A24 is a pretty big outfit, and Kyle likes to spend money.
Yeah, he likes
at
to
least
blow
that's
through
what
money.
Beck told me. So I'm going to, for fun, I'll say 32.
Jesus.
And now I feel like I need. It was
16. No.
It was. I think it was about 30 days. It was. Yeah.
I was
it
going
was
to
like,
switch mine to 29. I swear to God, I was going to switch.
It was like 6
David.
weeks.
Yeah.
Oh no, because I think Busboys is 24.
David's doing an indie film.
We're doing indie right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pizza Hut is producing.
I know all the
but
lingo. Pizza
That's
Hut's
tight.
in a collab.
I feel like they did some early Ninja Turtles stuff.
God, they
A24 didn't like his pitch.
I should have pitched it to them. We didn't want to pitch it to anyone. We're worse.
I could definitely intro you to some folks, man.
But he's going right into what you just did.
Yeah, we're
basically.
doing it. We're doing January.
That's great.
Yeah. Well,
ours is called Y2J.
That's good. That works for the phone book thing. So yeah,
ours is called AY2K.
What is that lubricant? Y2K
jelly? KY jelly.
KY2K.
If I do a production company, it's going to be called KY Jelly.
Okay.
.com. Okay.
.com.
Okay.
.gasm.
So in the fantasy world, because this is I'm assuming you basically love the experience. Usually movies suck and there's too many chefs or they're long, hard shoots or someone drops out. I mean, so this sounds like just a pretty good experience in making this film.
I would say, I would say so. I mean, again, I had my friend Evan with me throughout the process. And so like, I don't feel, it felt more like a collaboration than just me. I didn't feel like the pressure was all on me. Again, we had Bill Pope. We had these incredible artisans.
Did Evan do Brigsby Bear? Who directed that?
That was directed by my friend Dave McCary, who I actually have known since I was in 5th grade. And he directed videos at the show for about 5 seasons, I want to say. But yeah, I mean, like with anything, I think we started writing, in 2019. We shot the movie in the summer of 2023, and now it's out. There's always like going to be, there were moments of doubts and frustration for sure, but overall it's been an incredible experience and I like it. And like, I feel like a pretty important component is that I do feel like it's pretty good.
People don't get how to go from writing to pitching to writing. It's just like a sketch. It can all be good. And then suddenly the edit looks wrong and you're like, what fucking happened? It's
absolutely,
you're doing the best you can. And it just somehow does not cut together.
Every script at some point, I don't know what page number, say you're trying to get to 90 pages for a low budget comedy and you get to 40 or 45, and then there's just all this. There's a part where it gets really hard. At least my experience.
Well, that's why I always link with somebody who I know is going to be better at that than me. You know what I mean? Like, and Evan is really great at that. And Brigsby Bear, I wrote it with my friend Kevin, and I've written with Evan and Kevin. And like I feel like they're just very good at structure and like kind of leaning into like what the character payoffs and the arc and all of that in a way that like I wouldn't say it's my forte per se. So like it's good to have somebody like that to lean on.
When I do it, I just bark out funny ideas and I go, somebody write it down.
Yeah. Well, I think, and so many people do that at SNL too, I think. You know what I mean?
Don't they take notes of just the rewrite table? Of just people talking in case they come up with something funny. I've heard they transcribe. Is that crazy?
I'm sure they do. I mean,
that
like
someone's just taking down while you're talking in case you run into something and they read it back and go, that was funny.
You're talking about at SNL.
Yeah.
You didn't experience this though. You think this is happening now?
No, we had no court reporters. We had a low budget, but I feel like I've heard that about something and they go, oh, read it back. And I'm like, oh, someone reads it back. Maybe it's during pitches or something. I don't know.
When I was there, there are definitely people that are taking notes during the pitches for sure. At rewrites, I don't remember anybody like writing what was being said, but I was personally writing it down. I feel like you're hearing pitches from everybody else, and I'm like making notes on my script of like, okay, that's a good move.
Is rewrite table still on
9
where the old read through was?
It's an 8H.
Rewrite table is?
Oh, not rewrite. Rewrites of but the actual read through.
Read through is moved, but rewrites is still up on 17.
No. Oh, well, it's on both. They actually do. When I was there, at least, it was on 17 and 9. So there was The Office on 9 that sort of overlooks the stage. I don't know if you know the one I'm referring to. Currently, like it's by Lauren's Office. On 9, and then they also have a rewrite table on 17.
They got 2 going.
Are you mad?
No, I'm. Yeah, I am.
It's a model.
This is as mad as I get. I'm like, it doesn't affect me at all. I should probably get mad about this.
You know, I got tweaked. I got tweaked because I saw some of the dressing rooms, you know, and I just had a couch and a sink. But the dressing rooms on 8H and up on 9, they're like, there's Christmas lights, there's jukeboxes, there's refrigerators. Yeah. So when you left, 80, Kate, and Pete left when you left.
Oh, you guys all together?
Did you convince them all to leave with you, or did you
blood pact?
I feel like, I don't know how it felt for you guys. Beck left the season prior, my 8th season, his 8th season.
Your buddy from USC.
Yeah,
so weird. You feel weird dangling out there without him?
That season that he left was like the quote unquote, I guess you could call it the COVID year. It was like, we had done the year prior ended with COVID. So we did those at home shows, but that season, which I guess was maybe 2020 going into 2021, was the first year where table read was moved to 8H. It was super spread out. We were testing every day, and each person you didn't share an office with anybody. Everybody had their own individual space and their own individual dressing room. And initially the audiences were really sparse. It was only first responders, and there would be 30 people max or something like that in the studio. So that I feel like Beck left that season. I think some of us, and I feel like 80 for sure said this, was I would like to experience one more year that's closer to the traditional version of it. So I don't know what our conversation was at the top of that season, but I do think that I had a sense that most of those folks are probably going to go.
So you didn't say you're going to go, or would anyone make you stay? Would anything change your mind? Or were you just you talked about it with the family? You're like, I think I'm done after this.
What was my personal reasonings? I mean,
he just had a good run, and you're like, it takes 9 too years. Long. Yeah, it's too much.
9 is a good run.
That's it pretty much came down to, yes, I feel like at that point, my close friends had left. I had pretty much done what I was capable of doing. You know what I mean? I don't know that I had a ton of new moves left. I feel like if the moment to break out further was going to come, I don't know how that would have transpired. So there was that component. And then, there was obviously just that amount of time. That's a long period to be in that environment. And then I just got married and we wanted to start a family. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the family took.
Family came
That was
first?
That's definitely what I told Lauren. I want to have a family, man. And he's like, and I understand.
Well, we're your family.
Well, is there, because I'm around there now and the young cast members and stuff. And so even during the summer, you're thinking about what's going to happen when you go in there, and maybe there's new cast members coming and going, and then so there's this emotional weight. Even I think Kate McGinnon said it was just she got kind of just exhausted to a point. Just needed to get away from.
Well, it's unhealthy. I feel like you guys talk about this. We must all agree that it's not a healthy
we all agree.
place to be.
There's no air in there. It's like
I think
aside from everything else.
I was going for that, but you beat me to
I want to say that a producer over there, I'm pretty sure is Eric Kenward who said this at some point. He's like, in whatever 20, 30, 40 years, there might be some sort of study about like PTSD associated with people who worked at that show, because it is such an intense onslaught. And like, it's definitely not good for you. There's no way it is. I mean, it is in terms of like what it teaches you and the fact that you have this massive platform, but you get what I'm saying.
Well, being unprepared and going on live, and it'll be in the cards, and seeing the writers trying to fit the puzzle, and you go and your friends see it or family members and critique it. Yeah, it's just different than anything else. I think didn't Chris Rock say to you or somebody, like, if you can do SNL, if you can produce your own sketch and land it and go through that, then you can direct films. You have some sort of armor emotionally on you. Nothing frazzles you because everything is last second on SNL. And
you definitely become way less precious about your work. All of a sudden, one, you have to turn around something every week, right? I think that was like
that's the hardest part.
One of the most, and for me, that was one of the most profound things that I took from it was like, prior to working there, I would like make stuff or write stuff when I was inspired, and that could take, a couple months. It's like, okay, now I got an idea. I want to pursue this thing. Now you're in a situation where you have to come up with something every week to have a chance to be on TV, essentially. And for me, it was like surprising that I found out that I could write something that I was okay with each week. Not that it necessarily ended up on the show or that it was brilliant, but at least something I was like, this is decent enough.
You have to run with a wispy idea. You're like, okay, I just finished the show. I wake up from the
just got back from the party Monday morning. You're sobered up.
What are you doing? What do you got? What is your long thought out sketch with all the beats? And you're like, it's nothing. I have nothing. I don't even know.
Right.
Well, let me ask you a question. Like, because I don't know if it was old fashioned, but I was worshiping the first cast, and the Coneheads would come on more than once, and so you'd have a character with a catchphrase, and then it gave you a baseline. So what were you had some reoccurring ones that would come back on Update or in sketches, or did you land many of those that you could then go, I'll do this character this week, once in a while?
Certainly never anything like iconic that people are like, oh, Kyle's bringing Dr. Ding Dong back.
It's so good.
That actually, I'm going to pitch that.
Fucking please.
Dr. Ding Dong, and I'm just going to see if that can land. That's comedy writing.
And Kyle, we're going to do a Ding Dong with Fallon
this week.
And then eventually we'll get a dong from Kyle.
Maybe hold it for Margot Robbie. That'd be a fun week.
I had a few like, probably, but towards the end on Update, I did I was doing Baby Yoda, and I got to do that a few times, and that was fun. And there were a couple of video pieces that we sort of would return to. I don't know if I can really remember a time where like the show was asking for me to you got to do. Maybe there are a couple instances where you should write like one of these sitcom parodies.
Please this week.
Yeah,
Baby Yoda, former child star.
Yes. Yep.
It's been a while since I've seen Baby Yoga hit the headlines.
Baby.
Yeah, they're probably deep on Mandalorian season something. I think they're making a movie.
Baby Yoda had a good run.
Did that happen during the, I don't know what, 2010 to 20, but teen, what they're called, they're not the knots. The secondary knots, I don't know. But being fanciful, I know Tina Fey early on in this mentioned Bowen Yang's iceberg character, And then I see people like Sarah doing very fanciful costumes and
big
headgear.
squirrel.
Like I'm Manhattan, and there's a city on your head, which I love. I love it. It's just I think that was a stylistic thing that wasn't as big when I was there initially, but I saw that come up, and it's really makes me laugh. It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I love what all those people. I mean, like Sarah is such a good example of like someone who I knew prior to her. I knew her work prior to her being on the show.
Oh,
and
you
like,
did.
And she's the same person doing essentially a version of what she was doing then, and I think exaggerated and like perfectly for the show. And
it's good for the show. I think that fits right
Yeah.
in. I mean, if she gets it, sometimes it may be too far out for the show. But when I saw that squirrel one, and it was funny because she's going after every punchline, and then I think someone in the band is trying to match it with noise from sticks.
Right.
It's
right. And then every time it's slightly off, it's
funnier,
much funnier. But I don't know what, there are, for me, and others like me, I would get people saying, well, you're silly, and it's sort of like, you just get up there and you start doing your thing and acting silly, So what do they say to you?
Yeah.
Like, that's so easy. You're so funny naturally. You come up with a thing,
make it up.
They push you out on the sound stage.
They let me improvise a lot on the show. Just sort of like,
everyone's always improvising.
I think like for me, sort of, I guess the struggle was a little bit of like, I do have a peculiar voice, and like, how much of it is like leaning too much towards like alt comedy versus like something that a mainstream audience can appreciate and be into. So sometimes there would be questions of like, what do you want to be? What do you compare yourself in terms of what we've seen? You know what I mean? And like kind of figuring out my space. And I think like ultimately, I'd like to think ended up pretty much doing what I would have done if I wasn't on the show to some degree. You know what I mean? I'd like to think I stayed pretty true to my, I guess, perspective, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would see that. I don't see you pandering or anything out there.
Wait, Dana, I just saw, this is a news flash.
Just a news flash?
I'm looking at his impressions, and
oh, great.
It's so funny because I guarantee you half these you don't remember. A sign,
or they're just a look. I mean, right? But they just give you a look.
He's got John Kennedy. Is it the John Kennedy that does the hearings? That we always talk about him.
Oh, I have no fucking idea. I don't.
This is just your Wikipedia page.
I was on like I think WGN like a couple weeks ago promoting the movie, and like the anchor was like just listing off all these impressions, these like kind of
Bradley Cooper.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I'm sure that like
Michael Jackson. You do Michael.
That I do remember. I actually think my Michael was pretty good.
Okay, good.
Can we get a little bit of Michael Jackson? Hey, I want a donut.
Hey man, give me a donut.
Why should I do it after you guys have already done it well?
I just did donut.
It's not good.
I always wants a donut. That
jam on it. Shit.
That's funny.
That was better than the donut one.
That's so funny. You should do him. He's about to go in. Michael Jackson about to get a root canal. Hit. Michael Jackson right after a root canal.
Michael Jackson at
I love that because it's getting
put some jam on it.
I see. I like abstraction. I don't. Accurate impressions can be breathtaking.
But you guys, you know, Dana, for instance, that like you excel at that, and then there are those of us who don't. Like that's never been something that's been like a part of my toolbox or whatever. You know what I mean? I would get thrown in every once in a while. I would surprise myself and do an impression on the show where I was like, okay, I hit that pretty well. But like, I never was like the dude in middle school or whatever, like doing the perfect Mr. Frank impression or something like that. Our history
one of your
teacher.
teachers, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What about a read through when you get one you're assigned and you get it right? Everyone erupts because they love it because you even got it close. And then when you miss it, everyone goes,
oh.
They kind of, they're like,
That's also, the journey from read through to like the state, like actually Saturday when it's like my Johnny Depp is feeling really good right now, and then it's like the live show, and all of a sudden I don't fucking know how to do this.
Have you ever had it stolen from you? You have to read through, the sketch gets on and they replace you.
I'm sure yes, absolutely. I'm sure I have. I mean, like I've once all the celebs started coming through, like
fucking Dana stealing jobs.
I know. I said to Lauren, I just, you'll come back and you'll do all these. No, I just do Biden. And I have 5 catchphrases. I've done them 7 times. I'm running on fumes. I mean, so
it's funny. They go, who looks like Matt Damon? And we go, let's get Matt Damon.
Right.
But I'm not like, Daryl Hammond or Kevin Pollak. There are people that are truly brilliant. I mean, sometimes they come to me, but sometimes I've been out there. When I was doing, they assigned me someone. I don't really have a hook.
Oh, and that's what I think that, I don't know that this was happening a ton when you guys were there, but we were getting a lot of, I was there during a pretty intense, like long strung out news cycle. Like you know what I mean? I was there, Obama, Trump, COVID, Biden. And, like we would get we wouldn't often get the cold opens until like maybe Friday at 5 p.m. But sometimes we wouldn't get them till like Saturday at noon. And then you'd be thrown into like, you're going to play this, like, whatever, Louisiana senator. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, when they have women starting to playing, it makes me smile when I think about Kate McGinnon doing Giuliani.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to do kind of a penguin-y villain with and just on a bat. And it's like Sarah coming out as Matt Gaetz. Just the look itself.
Yes, was so funny. Yeah,
it was so funny that Louis put together, and he's a Star Trek nerd, so it was completely.
Do you think there's a male cast member that says, I want to play Matt Gaetz, or does Sarah just say, I want to play Matt Gaetz?
I bet that producers are choosing Sarah. That's my guess.
Sarah, this will be funnier.
It is funnier. I think so. And David, I do want to say, I want to give you your impression prompts. I'm a big fan of your Tom Petty.
Oh yeah. Yes, Tom Petty. Let's go back and explain it.
You know that he had a whole thing because he used to open for me. What did you have in your trunk? You had
I had props,
a hat.
by the way.
You wore the Petty hat.
Petty hat that I stole off a valet in New Orleans. It was like a gray hat that he used to kind of wear. And then I had the skinny glasses that were like kind of colored. And I used to first say I'd put those on and do an impression of a girl on Adam 12, an old cop show. So I'd put like these hippie glasses and go, what are you going to do? Bust us, pig? That was the intro. Okay, then I'd put the carpet sideburns on, little piece of carpet.
That's right. You had the sideburns with the double-sided tape.
Carpet, yep. Needed double-sided tape at every gig. In my rider, I was an opener. No one had a rider. But I would bring it or the bit would fall apart. Couldn't do the bit. And then the hat. And then try to sing like him. And it was like a close. It got up to be a closer. And then SNL, we did it. Me and Dana did him and Bob Dylan. I did it alone. But I didn't have that many.
But he was in, I feel like one of those sort of we are the world. Yeah. I didn't realize that it predated the show.
I did. Oh yeah, I brought that one in.
Oh yeah, he was my opener.
Get that guy.
I'm watching to see when I go on. I see the sideburns come out of the little suitcase. I see the hat, and I go, I got to get on deck. Get ready now. I got to follow this guy. And a lot of times I'm having him cut the mic right before that. I go,
and then you go, there was some sound problem. I didn't hear the ending, and I go, I know what happened.
But Spade was always like never, like kind of trying to get the audience to love him. So he had a lo-fi kind of attitude. And it was really funny because toward the end of our little tour in the Northeast, he'd come out in shorts, like cutoffs, and kind of drape himself over the little
stool
mic stand with a Coke and go, "Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm coming out. Isn't that special?"
Everyone's leaning in to hear me. Is this guy talking?
Isn't that special?
Special.
Hit the reverb.
It was August in the Northeast outdoor sheds, and I would sweat. One night I sweat all the way through my clothes. 90. Gotta do it. David's in the back. He's got a straw in the can of coffee.
I'm asleep in the back of the rental car. Are we done? Let's go. Head off.
Did you ever do stand-up, Kyle, or want to do stand-up? Or
I did. I would do it. I did it a few times. I got really. I think prior to getting on the show, I would do character bits. I would do stand-up shows, and I did this character, Bruce Chanline, which I did at the show, which was like a shitty stand-up comedian, and that's something.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I would do in clubs and stuff.
Can I hear a little bit of what a shitty stand-up comedian talks like?
Hey, good to be here, right? Good to be in LA, Los Angeles, city of dreams.
I like it.
Everybody's got a dream here, right? Yeah. Dreaming of getting across town in less than an hour.
That is a good dream.
Yeah, I remember this character.
Oh, you're still looking?
I love that. I say
but
this
then
to myself.
But then he would say something very depressed. But then he would be like, I do really need some help out here. And I think I might.
Right. He'd get kind of down.
Yeah.
I still do stuff like that to make myself laugh. If I go out there, to me, the funniest thing a comedian can say they're in Cleveland and just say, "What's up, Cleveland?" That's their first line. It's so funny to me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't say that. I just go, Cleveland.
Yeah. There was a lot of, whenever I do it now, which I've not done in a while, but a lot of have you seen this? Right? It'll be like, of course, it's Christmas time. You heard about this? You seen this? That sort of thing.
How much money would it take to get Kyle Mooney to play a private party? You don't have to answer that, but I'm just saying it's funny to ask you.
I mean,
how much?
I have
this bad comedian.
Yeah, I have a child, so now that I have to support, so I will do and take anything
for hire. No, he's for hire, like we all are.
Yeah, I mean, above 10K for sure.
Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, boy.
Yes, please. This is what we all want, right?
Yes.
Most money for the easiest
bitterly
job.
say that everyone turned down commercials in the 90s because that's a sellout. And then I think about it and it frustrates me because we read ads hours and hours a week for any product. So
we're done being Pearl Jam and fighting the fucking power.
Right. But I am happy when I see ex-SNL members doing giant commercial campaigns, knowing they're making a ton of money. It makes me happy. Good for it. Because selling out is taking money and being in a really shitty movie or something. But it's not selling out when everyone knows you're there to get a check to do the commercial.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's the opposite of selling out.
I am so eager to get in that game. I've had a couple of those opportunities, but if Bud Light is interested in doing anything with me, I'm fully in. So
yeah. People tell me I sell out every commercial. I go, you don't know me. I sold out starting during SNL. I was doing 1-800-COLLECT. Beep boop bop boop beep bop beep.
You did sell out early.
Dennis and I talked. Not enough.
No, not enough. Not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna think good thoughts about you getting a Super Bowl commercial or just some kind of long-term campaign.
I appreciate that
for a phone company or
Sure.
I see as like a tech guy, like you'd be great. The guy in the store, like the Target guy or Apple helper guy,
help you with your wiring
is more confusing or just passive aggressive or whatever you do with that. It'd be funny.
I love it. Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm just Dane, gonna make it left for this young man who's answered everything we've thrown at him. And
I just casually, I just thought it was cool that I just such a fan of Jonah Hill. I just love the way he as an actor, he's somebody. Pops. It's pretty cool. His company was part of your film, Y2K.
Yeah, absolutely. And when they came on, that was really the moment that the movie came together and that A24 signed on. So and I feel like, he you know, he made Superbad such he was so incredible in that movie, and that movie has become such an iconic teen film that I feel like having that sort of association and that stamp does bring a lot of value to our.
Is it flattering? I mean, probably must be. Like, does he call you up and stuff and say he's a big fan, or he reads the script, or you know, it's something like, obviously he's a fan, you know.
Yeah, no, he's always been he was, we sort of became aware of each other or met each other prior to me being on the show. He was a fan of our internet videos. He's from the LA area. I'm from San Diego, and I made these videos, these inside SoCal videos where like I play a San Diego bro essentially. And I know he really liked those. So he reached out early on. And then when he came, he hosted, I think, twice while I was there. And each time he came on, he's like, we should do something, maybe 3 times. And that's so special. I don't know how many times you guys got to experience that when like a host knows you and is like, I want to do a da-da-da, you know what I mean? He's always been really cool and supportive for sure.
Now your budget couldn't have been too huge though. This isn't like Aquaman, right?
Yeah, I agree. I'd say it's not exactly like Aquaman.
It sounds like Aquaman the way you told me it, but
yeah,
it's got
and that might be that I'm pitching it poorly because I really don't want to give the impression that it's like Aquaman.
Well, Jason Momoa texted me during this podcast and said, "Man, I'm going to Y2K Friday night. You in, bro?"
He's like, "Dude, this sounds like a fucking ripoff."
Yeah, they're just doing Aquaman.
It's exactly doing Aquaman.
Yeah, Seth,
you're not even saying
your comedy
anything.
Safety belts because this movie is gonna blow your mind. If you could do an ad with an announcer promoting Y2K, a television ad, what would it sound like?
If I could do
Y2K, they don't know what's going to happen. You know, that kind of
thing.
You might get zapped.
Wait, here he goes.
Okay. Y2K. When do you guys want me to go?
Yeah, go.
1, 2, 3.
Y2K. Y2 not.
2K or Y2K? That's the question.
Y. Mooney.
Yeah.
Kyle. K.
Dr. Ding Dong.
Oh, here comes Dr. Ding Dong.
December 6th.
All right. Thank you, Kyle. We won't put you on the spot anymore.
Such a fan. I hope to see you guys at the 50th and hang out, and fan of the show and fan of you guys. So thank you for having me.
Appreciate it, boss.
It's been a thrill, and good luck with the movie. And I feel you're going to be doing a lot of films, and that's just a great career. Making films that you control and love, I believe. But
certainly do my best.
In between that, big ass fucking commercials.
Big ass.
I want my ass to be huge in these commercials.
All right, bye guys.
All right, take care, Kyle.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Please follow, subscribe, leave a like, a review, all the stuff. Smash that button, whatever it is, wherever you get your podcasts. Fly on the Wall is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss Berman of Odyssey, and Heather Santoro. The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman.